High school football is on the air. HavenFootball.net is pleased to present tonight's Strath Haven football game. Tonight's game is between your 1-0 Strath Haven Panthers and the 1-0 Springfield Cougars.
Here's Ryan Carroll. Ball is deflected at the line and intercepted. Going the other way is James Fisher, 30, 25-20. His second pick of the night. Will finish it. This is Austin Connor. Spins into the back. Look at that. Connor, 35-30. One man to beat at the 15. Austin Connor will go.
Tonight's game is sponsored by the Swarthmorean Weekly Newspaper, true local coverage of Swarthmore, Wallingford, and surrounding neighborhoods. Published since 1893. Steve Tobbs, Allstate Insurance and Media. Auto, Home, and Life. You're in good hands with Allstate. AMF Auto Clinic, taking care of your cars since 1961. Located in Brookhaven on Edgemont Avenue. Sandy McCauley at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services and Media. Give her a call when buying or selling your home. Ducklings Early Learning Center in Wallingford. Daycare for ages 6 weeks to 5 years. Scar Pagnato Plumbing. Over 20 years experience for all your plumbing needs in Wallingford. Proud Haven supporters Mary and Larry Luter. Go Haven! Rose Tree Wellness Center. Complete chiropractic treatments featuring ART therapies in Media. We get to the root of the problem. Here are tonight's internet announcers, the voices of the Strath Haven Panthers, Brian Carroll, Pete Fulgenetti, Andrew Kaufman, and Mike Mayer.
As you might imagine, week to week here as we prepare for our broadcasts, we take a good look at rosters, film, news articles, anything we can get our hands on the opposing team. As we prepared for the Springfield Cougars over the last few days, it was one of the shortest preparations we've done in quite a while. Springfield bringing back 8 starters from last year where they played Strath Haven twice, once mid-season in a barn burner at George L. King Field and once in the District 1 quarterfinals. So both teams awfully familiar with one another, and boy, it made it easy for preparation this week. The same cannot be said for, I'm sure, the coaches and players on both teams. What a week 1 battle we'll have here in the Central League as 2 of the favorites for this season, for regular season supremacy, will go head-to-head here at Springfield High early here in week 1. Good evening, everybody. Brian Carroll bringing you play-by-play live from Springfield High School. Thanks to everybody here at Springfield for getting us set up atop the booth at a beautiful facility here. If you haven't been to Springfield in the last 3-4 years, you're missing out. It's just a great spot to watch any sporting event. I've been fortunate enough to be here for a few football games, and both varsity level and JV and 9th grade and so forth. But what a fantastic facility over here, and we're thankful to Glenn Mallon for getting us set up here atop the booth and bringing you live or on the archive, however you're able to tune in tonight, for what should be a fantastic battle between 2 1-0 teams. Springfield coming off a 50-6 thrashing last week of Cardinal O'Hara from just up the street, and Strath Haven takes care of business, a convincing 28-7 victory over Interborough. And again, these are 2 teams that, Mike, you could not be more familiar with one another when they played mid-season last year, late, and right. Now you're kicking off the first game of the year with really a tough test for both teams. And
I think Springfield's coming into tonight's game with a good news chip on their shoulder. They got beat twice. They really thought they were contenders last year. It was a very tight game in both games in the first half. Both teams scoring it, not at will, but defenses played well, offenses played well, some big breaks in the game. And just in both games, Strath Haven just kind of overwhelmed Springfield, starting in the third quarter and then finishing up, and the defense effectively keeping Springfield out of the end zone. And this year, Springfield thinks it's their year, and good for them. And we're going to have to see if really the Panthers are up to the role that they hope they're up to, because they also think they're contenders. So we expect a very tight game. I think it may come down literally to turnovers and fouls, penalties. That's going to be it. I think the cleaner game is going to be the one who probably wins. So we'll have to wait and see. But I'll be surprised if this isn't a right down to the wire game.
Well, last time we were here at this field, last year Strath Haven hosted both of those games, but in 2021 on their way to the District 1 title, Strath Haven got out of here by the skin of their teeth. A walk-off field goal from Charlie Shankweiler on the final play of the game gave Strath Haven a 3-point victory after Strath Haven had that game in hand 2 years ago. It seemed to be going well. Then Anthony Crawford happened to break his leg on his first carry of the second half. Springfield came roaring back to tie the game late, and Strath Haven went on a really magnificent drive led by Chase Barlow and Matt Schuler and others to get up and set up Shankweiler's walk-off field goal. So, again, both these teams over the last couple of years have treated us to fantastic football, and we would expect more of the same tonight. Again, last week's pregame was a little short. We were getting the everything ready with some technical difficulties. We're working with a new program, so thanks again to Mike and to Andrew Kaufman and Pete Fulgenetti for making everything happen here. We will also have, we believe, for parts of tonight, the use of a second sideline camera. So thanks to Jason Sutherland, who's running that, and we'll flash to that momentarily.
Let's do it now, just so he has it.
Yeah, so Jason's...
That's Jason's camera. Let me clear the overlay
taking
here.
a look at the band who has marched in here. Not quite 400 strong, but hey, it's early in the year. My guess is we add to those numbers as the season goes on a little bit. But in the meantime, just a great atmosphere for football. You cannot ask for better weather to start Labor Day weekend here in southeastern Pennsylvania. So
let me say a real quick shout out to Gary. He's a great fan of Strath Haven football. He hasn't missed a game since I can remember. He's retired and having some health issues now. Hopefully it'll all be temporary. He'll be back at Strath Haven next week, but he's watching on our either on our YouTube channel or on our production truck channel at the website. So, Gary, hope you're feeling better, and we hope to see you next week.
Outstanding. And we'll hope to have some score updates from elsewhere around the Central League and District 1. I was talking to Springfield head coach Chris Britton before the game, and hey, he and I get to hang out here at Springfield tonight. Our wives are in the car together on their way to Ridley to watch our sons play Ridley and Garnet Valley. So that's another monster of a game early in the season. The Central League schedule makers just, hey, if they pulled it out of a hat, boy, those are games you'd like to see maybe in week 8, 9, and 10. Springfield, Strath Haven, and Garnet Valley, Ridley. But, hey, why not start with a bang, right? We'll know a whole lot more about what the Central League could look like by this time tomorrow evening. Andrew's waving to me. My guess is he has a score update, perhaps from Lower Merion, Upper Darby, if I had to guess.
End of regulation. Lower Merion, Upper Darby going to overtime, tied at 6.
All right. So
combined for 29 offensive possessions, 15 punts, 31 incompletions, and 2 picks.
Okay. Defensive struggle over there, and Upper Darby looking for their first win. Lower Merion doing the same. And so, again, some tight football being played already. Congratulations to Pencrest, who's 2-0 after a win last night over Chichester. So there were a few games last night. Chester got their first win last night. Squeak one out against Cheltenham late last night. And so the Clippers are on the board, or in the win column, I should say, after a tough loss last Saturday afternoon to Perk Valley. So we'll keep you posted on score updates. But in the meantime, I don't know if you can see in the background on your screen, here comes Strath Haven over on the far sideline in their road whites for the first time this year with the silver helmets and black numerals. And you can hear the band playing just below us and to our left, led by Nick Pignataro. And again, just fantastic night for football. As head coach Kevin Clancy, he of the 345 career wins and puts him 8th all-time in the state of Pennsylvania, number 1 in all of District 1. In terms of total wins, he is in his, well, he started here in 1991 at Strath Haven after 8 years at his alma mater, Archbishop Carroll. Coach Chris Britton really has turned this program around, had really a terrific run through the 2000 teens, I guess you can call it. District 1 finalists in 2014, 2016, had some nice playoff runs since then as well. And actually are the last Central League team to beat Garnet Valley back in 2018. So it's 17 rather. So in the meantime, certainly two teams with good traditions here, a ton of familiarity, and the Panthers will look to add one more to the win column here tonight, but we'll have to do it on the road for the first time. Strath Haven, again, Central League co-champs last year, ran the table with Garnet Valley as well. They did not play head-to-head. Springfield this year, hoping to do the same. They do not play Garnet Valley this year. It's just one of those scheduling quirks in the Central League with more teams than weeks. But in the meantime, we've got a quick look there at Coach Clancy on the sideline, waving the hat and removing the hat as we're getting ready to go here for the national anthem. So we'll take a short time out, be back for the tail end of the Star Spangled Banner. Glad you joined us, either live or on the archive. We'll be back in a moment on havenfootball.net.
Welcome to Allstate, where everyone saves when they bundle their home and auto insurance. Isn't that right, Frank?
I saved 25%. Booyah.
You protected your casa?
Sure did.
And the Frank tank?
You know it.
And now you're relaxing.
I'm working from home.
Sure you are. Save up to 25% when you bundle home and auto with Allstate.
Your local Allstate agent is Steve Taub in media. Give him a call at 610-566-3500.
This is Keith Jackson. You're listening to High School Football right here on Haven Football.
That's the Springfield Marching Unit belting out the Star Spangled Banner. Thank you very much to the Springfield Band. And again, captain's getting ready to meet at midfield for Strath Haven, walking left to right in your picture. Heading out towards midfield, Billy Brown wearing number 77. Number 20 is Marco Kaufman, 76 Will Luthold, and the quarterback wearing number 6, quarterback and punter, I should say, Jake Kitchen. For Springfield, wearing number 32, linebacker and fullback is Ethan Marshall. Number 19 is Ryan Johnston, tight end and defensive end. Number 2, not in the lineup, unfortunately, Tyler Googler, who suffered an injury in the district after scoring the winning goal in the District 1 lacrosse final back in June, is going to miss the football season, so we wish him the best and a quick recovery as well, but disappointing to lose his senior season, or he would have been a featured running back as well. And standing next to him, big 78 Gus Bryan, an offensive and defensive lineman whose name we will probably call, and that's a guy that the Springfield backs like to follow when they have the football in their hands. So we will be ready to go here in just a moment. Strath Haven should be, I believe, receiving. After all my talking there,
Strath Haven won the toss and will receive.
Actually deferred.
Deferred, okay.
Springfield won the toss and
right,
deferred.
right.
Strath Haven will receive and move left to right.
All right. So Strath Haven moving left to right as we start things, which means wide receivers will probably have the sun in their eyes looking back for the ball a little bit, but the sun, I would guess maybe we have another 30 minutes before that disappears behind the trees to our backs. So standing deep to return, James Fisher at the 10-yard line, flanked to the left by A.J. Glavichik. He the state medalist in the track season this spring in the 200 meters. And Makai Clark, senior tailback, awaits at the 10-yard line as well. If you remember the last year's Springfield regular season game, they kicked it to James Fisher. When it was a one-score game late in the second quarter, they kicked it to him, and Springfield regretted it after that as Fisher went 92 yards the other way to give Strath Haven a 2-touchdown lead that they never really relinquished from there. So we'll see if they decide to do something a little bit different. As number 9, nearly pulled it out of the huddle right there with Sean Williams, who doubles as an outstanding pitcher on the Springfield baseball team. But Williams has a teed on the far hash. He approaches, and we are underway. High end over run kick's going to come down to A.J. Glavichik. Off his shoulder pads at the 8-yard line. He's going to have to hurry to pick it up. Does so. Steps away from one man momentarily, but the Panthers in a deep hole field position-wise as Glavichik mishandles it. But the offense gets started here at the 14-yard line, led by quarterback Jake Kitchen, the senior. Fullback is Shane Green. James Fisher and Makai Clark are your halfbacks. A.J. Glavichik will double as a split end and tight end, depending on formation. Cole Miller, your other tight end. The center is Carter Law. Guards Gavin Pilson and Jackson Jeremiah. The bookend tackles Will Luthold and Billy Brown. Panthers will start at their 14, 1st and 10 at the far hash. We'll get to the Springfield defense after this play. Glavicek split end to the left. Wing to the left is Fisher. He goes in motion. They go with a rocket toss to this near side. James Fisher looking for room and lunges out to the 20-yard line. Gain of 6 on first down. Good start there for the Panthers. Defense for the Cougars tonight looks like this. Down 4, same as last year. Mike Miller, Jalen Price-Tate, Dean Brown, and Ryan Johnston are your defensive line. The sophomore Tanner Cole in at linebacker alongside of 2 starters from last year as well, Ethan Marshall and Nate Romano. Corners, Vinny Valerio and Brian Delaney. Chris Dolan and Mike Friel are your safeties. On second down and about 4, motion man is Clark, and a give inside and going nowhere is Shane Green. He'll lose a yard as a huge push up front from Gus Bryan. And Green goes backwards, turns it to 3rd down and 5 for the Panthers. So good productive play on first down, and the Panthers, I think everybody in looking at this game said it's going to be one in the trenches tonight. Offensive line versus defensive line will be the story. In at corner, Mike Turner now for Springfield. He's at the bottom of your screen. Double wing for Kitchen on 3rd and 5. From the 19, he's back to pass. Looks, fires to the outside, complete to A.J. Glavicek. First down yardage as he's dumped at the 27-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. And Kitchen to Glavicek connects for the first time tonight. And a Panther first down. Nicely done.
Nice little hitch route there. Coach Clancy pulling something new out of the bag this year.
Very good there to get the hands of Glavicek, who had a big 36-yard reception a week ago to kind of break the ice in the passing game. He lines up tight end to the left here as the Panthers with a fresh set of downs. Wing to the right is Mekhi Clark. On 1st and 10, they give it to James Fisher, looking for room off this right side, and he'll drive the pile across the 30 out to the 32. Nice work there from Fisher. Gain of, call it 4 on first down. They like to get Fisher going. It's been a bit of a slow start for him in the scrimmage, and last week in the running game. He is probably your best open field runner. Just have to get him the ball in the open field. There was not much room last week, but he affected it in other ways in the punt return game and in the receiving game. On 2nd and 5, this is Green off the left side, and again, nothing doing. So far, Springfield says we are not going to let the fullback beat us, as Shane Green goes backwards there, meeting Nate Romano in the hole for a loss on the play. 3rd down and about 6 upcoming. That fullback dive there has been the staple of the wing tee forever. Shane Green, leading rusher last week for the Panthers, going over 100 yards and had 2 touchdowns, but not much doing off left guard here in the early going. So the Panthers now looking at 3rd and almost 7 from the 30. Slot to the right is Mekhi Clark. It is Green one more time. Lots of room this time, and he's out to the 40-yard line. Gain of 10, and the Panthers have themselves a first down. They spread it out just a little bit, and Green found a hole, and the Panthers are moving it well.
Well, that's what they're looking to do, is they got to find the weaknesses in the Springfield line and begin to exploit it. 3rd
time's the charm on that fullback dive.
That gets the Panthers a little closer to midfield here. This started back at their 14-yard line, so 8:47 and counting to play here in the opening quarter. Opening drive of the game. Wing to the left is Fisher. They give it to him on a Mustang sweep. Looking for room, gets a block, and he'll be stood up after a short gain there, and had to slow his feet in the backfield there, and Gus Bryan so far has been nearly unblockable. Ran all the way down the line and caught up to number 5 after a gain of just 1.
Good linebacker play. We got a timeout.
Timeout, and you got an injury here.
Okay.
This looks like Jalen Price. That's not a good sign here for Springfield. So we'll take a short timeout with them. Let's hope this is nothing serious for Jalen Price-Tate, and be back in just a moment. Be back in 30 seconds. Stick with us. You're listening live to high school football on havenfootball.net.
Your car is probably your second biggest investment, and AMF Auto Clinic in Brookhaven wants to keep that investment in tip-top shape. AMF Auto Clinic has been maintaining automobiles since 1961, and they take pride in their work and in keeping your car in perfect running order. From inspections to general maintenance and repair, you can trust your auto investment to AMF Auto Clinic in Brookhaven. Call for an appointment today at 610-872-2167.
Hi, everyone. This is Greg Murphy from the Phillies broadcast team, where high school football never sounded so good, right here at havenfootball.net.
Welcome back to Springfield High. 2nd down and 9. Jalen Price-Tate off under his own power, so good sign right there. And the Panthers now from their 41-yard line, T formation behind Kitchen. First carry of the night for Mackay Clark. He'll drive his way into the arms of guess who? Gus Bryan again, getting off his block and stopping Mackay Clark for after just a yard. 3rd down and 8. So the Panthers, they've been in third and longer than they'd like a few times now, but they've converted their last 2 third down opportunities. One on a short pass play and one on a quick hitter to the fullback. See what Coach Clancy drums up here with 7:40 and counting to play here in the opening quarter. First drive of the game for either team. Tight end to the right is Cole Miller. A.J. Glavicek, tight end to the left. Mackay Clark is your wing to the left. He goes in motion on 3rd and 8. Play fake, back to pass Kitchen, running out of time. Fires deep down the far sideline. Glavicek is out there, leaps, and now you're going to get a flag in the secondary. And boy, Panthers were fortunate right there. Glavicek was behind him. The pass delivered late thanks to the pressure. But it looks in the neighborhood of pass interference here, and Springfield sideline is incredulous.
Well, if the ball couldn't be caught except out of bounds, and you didn't prevent the guy from going for it.
Yeah, I think it's catchable. I just I don't know that it was that egregious of contact, honestly.
Yeah.
But pass interference will give the Panthers a first down here on the other side of midfield. It keeps the drive alive here with 7:21 to play in the first quarter. So, good sign here for the Panthers as
Officials missing a ball to count off the penalty.
Okay, well,
we have a final from over in Upper Darby. Lower Marion wins it 14-6 in overtime.
Lower Marion over Upper Darby. Okay, so.
Should make a first down there?
Yep. Yeah, first down. It's a 15-yard penalty on the pass interference in high school football. And Panthers in business now at the 43-yard line of Springfield. At the very least, they've tilted the field now on a drive that started at their own 14. 2 tight ends. Wing to the right is Mackay Clark. Kitchen gives to Fisher, looking for running room into the secondary momentarily, and he's wrestled down once again by Gus Bryan and friends. But good push that time from Fisher. Got the shoulders square down to the 36-yard line. Brings up 2nd down and about 2.5. So the Panthers getting the ground game going. 11th play of the drive here. Sean Henry checks in at tight end. A.J. Glavicek checks out.
Picking up almost half of the quarter.
That's right. Panthers chewing up some clock here and some yardage. 2nd down and about 3. Clark and Green in the backfield. It's Shane Green who's going to lower the shoulder, take it to the 35, and not much else. Lots of blue jerseys right in his lap there to meet him, including 3-year starter number 56, Dean Brown. So brings up the 3rd down and about 2 as Green goes for just a yard. Same personnel here for the Panthers. Sean Henry in at tight end. Clock continuing to melt on this first quarter.
12th play of the drive here.
Halfway through it as we're inside of 6 minutes by the time Kitchens gets the snap here. T formation on 3rd and 2. Play fake to Green. They give it to Fisher. He'll get maybe a yard. 2nd, 3rd effort. Still on his feet. They never blew it dead. Fisher at the 20, 15, 10, and James Fisher explodes to the end zone. 35 yards to pay dirt. And the Panthers are on the board. How's that for a 2nd, 3rd effort from the junior?
That's Strath Haven running backs. Keeping your legs moving. Play until the whistle.
Panthers convert 3 third downs leading up to that, and that 3rd down goes for 35 on a score. Ben Milligan on for the extra point. 6-0 Strath Haven, extra point pending. Snap is a good one. Kitchen gets it down. Milligan pounds it through. Strath Haven 7, Springfield nothing. 5:49 to play here in the opening quarter. We'll see what the Springfield offense can do when we come back.
Looking for pre-K child care with an emphasis on learning? Ducklings Early Learning Center is available for children 6 weeks to 5 years old, within 1 block of Nether Providence Elementary School, on Moore Road in Wallingford. At Ducklings, our college-educated teachers create a safe, nurturing educational environment in our beautiful facility. Call Ducklings today for an appointment at 610-936-9400.
This is Merrill Reese, voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, where high school football never sounded so good, right here at havenfootball.net.
Back.
James Fisher with an incredible effort on 3rd and short, and the Panthers cap an 86-yard scoring drive with 5:49 to play here in the opening quarter, and now the defense will try to hold serve here. Ready to kick it away to a couple of dangerous returners who live in the same household. Number 11 is Vinny Valerio. His younger brother, Luke, stands at the far hash, awaiting the kick from number 85, Ian Gallagher, fresh off the soccer field this afternoon. So,
and a 1-0 win over Great Valley.
There you go. Boys soccer gets a win. I did not see how the girls finished. They were leading 1-0 at one point. All right, here we go. Gallagher approaches. Line drive kick, it's going to be Luke Valerio fielding it at the 7-yard line. Looking for room up that far sideline. Valerio with a lot of room, still on his feet across the 35-40 out to the 42-yard line. All right, we'll get to the Springfield offense. I'll get to my scoring tweet a little later. But Springfield offense led by senior first-year starter Ryan Whitaker at quarterback. Your running back, Mike Turner. Your fullback is Nate Romano. Wingback, Tanner Cole. The sophomore wide receivers, Chris Dolan. Tight end, Ryan Johnston. Ryan Benjamin's your center. Lucas Aaron and Dean Brown are your guards. Tackles, Mike Miller and Gus Bryan. We'll get to the Panther defense momentarily. Split to the far side is Mike Friel to start things for Springfield. And see what we have here. All right, officials getting everybody lined up.
Stretching out the chains.
Okay. All right, Johnston, tight end to the right. Whitaker under center. The give is to the tailback, looking for running room off that right side, and picking up a handful of yardage is that tailback, Mike Turner. Brings up second down and about 5. And the Strath Haven defense, same as last week to start. Nick Faribault, Cole Miller, Lexi Gustafson, and Vince Hales are your down 4. Sean Henry, Marco Kaufman, and Shane Green, your linebackers. Corners are Ben Milligan and Makai Clark. James Fisher and A.J. Glavacek are your safeties. 2nd and 5 for Springfield out at their 48-yard line. Split to the far side, Mike Friel. Wing to the right, and this is the fullback, Romano. He's dangerous and bounces outside for first down yardage into Strath Haven territory. They'll give him the 45-yard line. Gain of 7 for Romano. And a Springfield first down. Romano, 112 and 2 touchdowns on just 11 carries last week against Cardinal O'Hara. Springfield ran out to a 29-0 lead. The starters were out of the game by the end of the 3rd quarter and should be fresh here. And Panthers know they have to take away that fullback tonight if they expect any kind of success. All right, give us to the tailback, looking for room here. Turner off that right side again, and why not? We'll go with it until you stop it, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Longtime Interboro coach Steve Lennox is your play caller, or certainly his offense that he ran at Interboro for years and years. So in watching film, this is really the same offense, almost exactly the same offense that Interboro ran a week ago. So the Panthers will be familiar, but on paper, there's certainly a lot more experience here for Springfield in the lineup this year. 7-yard gain for Turner brings up second down and 3. Johnston shifts as a tight end to the right. Turner one more time, up the middle this time. Henry's got him wrapped up, I think, a yard shy of the first down. Brings up 3rd and 1. Then you get a little extra after the play. But no flags, no additional whistles. And Turner stops shy, brings up 3rd down and 1 from Strath Haven 36.
Still in the first quarter and is getting a little chippy out there. That's not necessarily a good sign.
I can't say I'm surprised.
No, neither am I.
Not with these two teams.
No, these guys, they both think they should be leading. So, it's going to, a little frustration. Here we go.
All right, here we go. 3rd and short, hard count, and the Panthers jump. So a free 5 here for Springfield. Well done, good discipline for the Cougars. And first penalty of the night for Strath Haven will gift the Cougars the 31-yard line and a first down. Well, costly penalty for Strath Haven on 3rd down after the Cougars had the same 3rd and long and pass interference called on that last drive. And here, fresh set of downs for the Cougars. They break the huddle quickly. And Whitaker ready to go. The wingback is Tanner Cole to his right. On 1st and 10, another hard count. This is the fullback Romano, who's going to pick up a few right up the gut of the defense there before Sean Henry wraps him up at the 28. maybe 3 or 4. Let's see where they spot it.
Let's take 5.
28, call it 3 for Romano. Second down and about 7. I'm going to finish up this tweet here. And a little late to the party there, but there we go.
I want to say hello to all of our watchers from NFHS who may be tuning in tonight, as well as from WWON out of New York who's picking up our signal today.
All right. So Panthers, it's an injury issue here. All right. As Marco Kaufman dropped. And, it's not it was an injury timeout, not an actual timeout. As Marco Kaufman's getting his legs stretched out here, Sean Henry checks in at linebacker on second down and 7 from the 28. All right, so Ryan Henry and Sean Henry side by side with Shane Green in the linebacking core. Second and 7 again for Springfield. Friel to the far side. Cole is your wing to the right. All right. Clock is stopped with 3:02 to play here in the opening quarter. And now they're going to... All right, the officials have to sort this out. They blew it dead for an injury. Panthers started to call timeout, but it's going to be...
3:10 going back on the clock.
Okay, 3:10. All right, they have to readjust the clock because it ran down a bit. Okay. So a little bit tricky there as they had to sort out, was that an injury timeout or a team timeout? But they have it sorted, and Springfield will try again. Same formation. Cole wing to the right, Friel split to the right to the top of your screen. On second and 7, Romano in at tailback this time. He's going to spin his way out of one tackle, and then the Panthers do a nice job gang tackling at the 25, maybe just shy of that 25. Gain of just 3 brings up third down and about 4. Kaufman checks back into the game, and Sean O'Neill in on the defensive line as well as Faribault comes off.
Faribault lost his helmet briefly in the middle of that play, so he has to be subbed out to get that helmet readjusted.
There we go. Third down and about 3 for the Cougars. Wing to the right is Cole. He stands behind the tight end Johnson. Tailback is Romano. Looking for room off the right side. First down yardage as he's dumped inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And look, you're just going to follow your biggest, strongest guy. That's Gus Bryan off that right side until the Panthers stop it, aren't you?
Yeah, no doubt about it. And, what's going to have to happen here is the line has to be able to kind of hold their positions and plug those holes up so that the running back can't get outside. And as long as that doesn't happen, we got a timeout here?
Yep. All right.
Timeout, Strath Haven.
Strath Haven wants to talk things over. 2:14 to play here in the first quarter. We'll take a short timeout with them. Be back in 30 seconds. Stick with us. You're listening live to high school football right here on havenfootball.net.
Looking for a way to reach families in the Wallingford-Swarthmore area as well as surrounding communities? Our football games are not only broadcast live, but they are also fully archived for 1 year, so our listeners can tune in at their leisure 24/7. Go to www.havenfootball.net and contact us for information on advertising on our Panther Broadcast Network. Link your company to the fun and excitement of Strath Haven football. Panther football and your company, a great combination.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ron Jaworski, former Philadelphia Eagles quarterback, and you're listening to high school football right here on havenfootball.net.
Welcome back to Springfield High School. Strath Haven 7, Springfield nothing, but Springfield knocking on the door, trying to get a quick answer here after the Panthers chewed up half this first quarter. Springfield did not complete a pass last week. 0 for 4 thrown it. They haven't even attempted one tonight, and hey, why bother at this rate? They're marching it right down through this heart of this Strath Haven defense in the early going. First and 10 from the 18 in the red zone are the Cougars. Here's a counter play to the near side. Cole on the cutback, who's got some yardage here before Marco Kaufman wraps him up at about the 12, but a gain of 6. It's the first time they've run the counter, and always a dangerous play in that offense. Just pound it to the right, and then, okay, we'll cut it back to the left for the first time, and Panthers with some substitutions here. More of a goal line look now as they go second down and 4. 2 tight end set. Give is to Romano. Romano, nothing doing that time. Nice work by Billy Brown, who checks in on the defensive side, and big 77 at 305 pounds. There's a handful for anybody in front of him, and good work by Billy. Wrapping him up, brings up 3rd down and short.
That's the good news. The bad news is we're definitely in 4-down territory, obviously, at the 12 or whatever that is. So
Panthers trying to force a negative play here, but none to be had so far for this Springfield offense. Romano, your fullback, I formation. They give, and they're on a keeper, and they go with an option pitch, looking for room on that on the outside, and the Panthers have him stopped short. They stop him short. Vince Hale's there to wrap up the ball carrier, and Luke Valerio is stopped after a gain of just 1. So Valerio had 2 touchdowns rushing a week ago. Here he comes up a yard short, and now you're looking at 4th and a yard and a half or so. You said it, Mike. 4-down territory, 4th and 1, and now can the Panthers stay on side and come up with a big play?
Well, and this is so hard to stop, even if they have to pull the play out.
All right, here we go. Under center, big play for both teams here. Whitaker. Now timeout, Springfield. They want to talk things over with 25 seconds to play here before halftime. Quick score update, Garnet Valley 7, Ridley nothing.
Before the end of the first quarter.
Yes.
Not halftime.
Did I say halftime here?
Yes.
Okay, all right, first quarter, yes. I was going to say, Ridley and Garnet Valley, yes, they're also in the first quarter. 7-0 Jaguars on the road, and somebody pointed out in the newspaper that, believe it or not, Ridley has yet to beat Garnet Valley on their home field. Ridley has beaten Garnet Valley since they joined the Central League, just hasn't happened down on Morton Avenue. So Dave Wood and former longtime Strath Haven assistant Eric Hollingsworth now at Ridley, trying to turn the tide over there against the Jaguars tonight, a few miles from here. But here, big play coming up here. 4th and about almost 2 for the Springfield offense. This drive started just shy of midfield. They've been moving it well, and the Panther defense trying to get one more stop on 4th and 2. Romano is your fullback. Tight end shifts to the left. They give off the left side, looking for running room, and down he goes! Crashing through is Marco Kaufman. He buries him back near the 15. And boy, does the Panther defense stiffen at the most important time of the drive.
Wow, that was really something else.
My goodness, what a draw, what a concept right there. The Panthers slanted to that side. That's the first time they moved the tight end Johnston to that left side, and the Panthers have an answer and get the stop at the 12-yard line. Loss on the play, and Kaufman with a big-time play to get the ball back in the hands of the Panther offense. They'll start at the 12 with 2 tight ends. Motion man, they toss to the near side, looking for room is Fisher, who's going to pick up a yard or 2, maybe. Not much doing there. Good pursuit from the Cougar defense, and what I think will be the final play of this first quarter. My guess is Coach Clance is going to keep Kitchen on the sideline here and say, sit tight, we'll try this from the other side of the field. Clock ticks 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and there's the horn for the end of the first quarter. If you're a Panther fan, you're feeling good so far. Each team with 1 possession. Panthers put it in the end zone. Springfield stopped just shy on 4th and short. We'll be back in just a moment for second quarter action right here on havenfootball.net.
Looking to start an exciting career in the healthcare field? Then Keystone Quality Transport is looking for you. Keystone Quality Transport, the region's premier non-emergency medical transportation company, offers a full scholarship into a comprehensive emergency medical technician certification program. Would you like to obtain a National Registry Emergency Medical Technician certification and earn $20 per hour to start? Send an email to hr@kqthealth.com. Start your rewarding healthcare career today.
This is Keith Jackson reminding you you're listening to high school football right here on havenfootball.net.
Welcome back to George L. King. Sorry, we're not at George L. King Field. I'm pretty comfortable apparently, but we're here at Springfield on havenfootball.net. Week 2 action here. Strath Haven leading 7-0. Brian Carroll bringing you play-by-play here at Springfield High School, joined by Mike Mayer, Andrew Kaufman, Pete Fulgenetti, Mike Clancy working the camera upstairs, and Jason Sutherland working the second camera downstairs on the sideline. 7-0 Strath Haven. They'll try second down and about 9 from their own 14-yard line. Leading 7-0, and again, need a couple of first downs here to try to tilt the field once again. Fisher and Green in the backfield on second down. This is Shane Green, the fullback. Is going to lean his way across the 15 out to about the 17. Brings up third and maybe 6 or 7 here when they unpile. Shane Green slow going in the first 5 carries here, just 12 total yards. 10 of it came on 1 carry. As Springfield has said, we're trying not to let the fullback beat us. Glavacek back in, Sean Henry checks out.
3rd and 5.
3rd down and call it 5 here. Panthers need the 22-yard line to pick up a first down. Glavacek tight end to the left. Wing to the right, Mackay Clark. 10 men in the box for Springfield. And on the rollout, this is Kitchen. Looking, has time, and has a man out here. Wide open is Glavacek, who's got it. No, juggles it incomplete. Oh, Glavacek would like to have that one back. Kitchen on the money near the midfield stripe, and the Panthers will have to punt. Well, 10 men in the box, that's one way to loosen it up, is you put one of the fastest kids in the state out there into the pattern. But the Panthers with a miscue here, and Kitchen will go into punt formation from deep in his own territory. And now, here's the dangerous part. If you're a Panther fan, you have to kick it to the Valerio brothers. Vinny Valerio ran one back 70 yards for a score a week ago against Cardinal O'Hara. They ran a little fake reverse action to the Springfield sideline. See what Kitchen can do here. He had a 43-yard average on 2 punts last week. Here, booms one. High spiral. It's going to be Luke Valerio making a fair catch signal. Good decision there for Luke, setting up the Cougars 1st and 10 at their 47-yard line. So, not bad here for Kitchen on the punt. As, boy, the Panthers would love to have that one back, huh?
Right. I don't know how many chances they're going to get like that.
35 yards on the punt, no return. But Springfield with a chance to tie the ball game again. So 7-0, and again, Strath Haven will lick their wounds there as, both teams really. Both with missed opportunities offensively. And now another shot here for Springfield. First down give is to Cole, the sophomore, who loses the football, I think. Oh, no, he didn't. He held on to it. Okay. Panthers were looking, and now you're going to get a late flag here after the play here, and they always get the guy who retaliates, right? There was some chippiness going on, prior to that, really the entire, the entire first series. But now, well after the play, the Panthers take a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, which is a shame because they had a nice defensive stop on first down there. All right, so Cole goes for just 2, but they're going to march 15 yards into Strath Haven territory
that's
after that.
That's the kind of penalty. I mean, it's one thing when you're playing football and, you jump off sides, you hold, that's one thing. To get into a fisticuffs or a little altercation and cost your team 15 yards in this game, that could be just a monster problem.
All right, so the Panthers with a couple of uncharacteristic mistakes there. With a couple self-inflicted wounds here at the end of on the 3rd down pass play. And now, defensive penalty after the play puts them on their heels back at their 36-yard line. Springfield going in, trailing 7-0. Wing to the left is Cole. 3-step drop. They want to put it in the air for the first time. Dump it out here to Friel, who is wrapped up immediately by Ben Milligan. But pickup of 6 or 7, I guess, when they march it, put it down on the 30-yard line. Ben Milligan on the stop, and it brings up 2nd down and about 4. So Friel, that's the first completion of the season for Springfield after going 0 for 4 last week. And the senior has him set up 2nd down and short. Motion man is Turner. They give it behind it is to Romano, and the Panthers are waiting for him. Nicely done right there. Marco Kaufman drops him for a loss on the play, back to the 29. Kaufman, 2nd tackle for loss here already, and nice to see Romano going backwards there if you're a Panther fan. 3rd down and about 5.
From the 31.
All right, Panthers need a play here. Ridley has struck back to tie the game. They are 7-7 with Garnet Valley early in the 2nd quarter. Here, 7-0 Strath Haven. Motion man is Cole. They toss to that left side. Looking for running room is Turner, and the Panthers swarm it, but he slipped through that first tackle. Nice work by Turner to get through the arm tackle early and now set up what seems to be a much more manageable 3rd and maybe 4th and 2 or so. All right. They'll put it down at the Panther 29 and 4th and 2 upcoming. Panthers had a shot for another loss on the play, but couldn't quite come up with it. All right, here we go.
Springfield needs the 26.
Under center is Whitaker. Rolling to his right. Has a man in his belly. Fires incomplete. Terrific pressure on the safety blitz from Fisher. Pass thrown behind Romano, and the Panther defense holds again. 2 big 4th down stops right there, and now can the Panthers take advantage with 8:37 to play in the half?
Well, the key is to possess the ball the rest of the half and finish with a score. Now, let me explain how they're going to do that. No, I'm only kidding.
Yeah.
Best start at field position of the night for the Panthers out at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, that's saying something. 29's your best start of the night, and here we go. All right, here we go. Shane Green in the backfield with Mackay Clark to his right. Fisher is wing to the left. On 1st down, they give it to Clark. Looking for running room, and it closes quickly, but still, the senior, a little bit of leg drive there out to the 33. Nice job by Mackay picking up 4 and keeps the Panthers on schedule. 2nd down and 6. Out to the 33 as Kitchen jogs in the play.
Chris Dolan and Gus Bryan on the stop there for Springfield.
Bryan has been busy. Defensive lineman, but boy, he is running sideline to sideline in some cases. So, all right, here we go. A toss play to the near side on 2nd down. This is a bit of running room, but closes quickly on Shane Green. Green to the 35 after a gain of maybe 2. Not much doing there for the Panthers in the run game.
I'll tell you, Springfield's defense looks very, very potent. I mean, we're not, we've had one breakthrough, but if we had completed that pass, it would have been something. But it is definitely Panther football, and Springfield's right there to make sure that we don't gain more than 2 or 3 yards at a time.
It's not unlike last year. Strath Haven got away with, or came away with, and earned, I will say, some big plays, but lots of short ones in between. On 3rd and 5, the give off the right side is for Fisher. He's got some running room. He'll drive the pile and got some help from his buddy out to the 40-yard line. Good extra push there. Gets the Panthers a 1st down. James Fisher picks up 5 out to the 40. Ooh, big play there. Big conversion off the right side there. James Fisher now 6 carries for 58 yards and the only score of the game. We'll be inside of 7 minutes when they break the huddle. Midway here through this 2nd quarter, Strath Haven leading 7-0 and looking for more. Springfield will get the football to start the 2nd half, so as Mike mentioned, looking for points here are the Panthers. 1st down, back to pass, heavy pressure from the backside. He's hit, scramble for it, loose ball, and I think Springfield's on. I don't know. The Panthers may have gotten that back. A fortunate bounce. Goes right back into the arms of Shane Green. Pressure from that backside, and Kitchen was absolutely hammered down. I didn't see who made the hit there, Mike. If that's a replay we can drum up or not.
I didn't call for the replay, so but we'll definitely catch it on the film tonight.
All right.
What do we got for down and distance now?
Long.
2nd and 21.
2nd and forever here for the Panthers. James Fisher checks out. As Panthers need the midfield stripe. Clark, wing to the right. In the backfield, Marco Kaufman for the 1st time. Gives Shane Green right up the middle he goes. He'll spin his way out near the 40, back near the original line of scrimmage to start this possession, or start this set of downs, I should say, and he'll bring up 3rd down and 10. So Green goes for 11. 7 carries for 25 yards. Tough sledding thus far. And Panthers now 3rd and 10. Again, not the position where you want to be with a wing T, but here we are. Garnet Valley trailing Ridley 14-7 now. Here, Panthers leading 7-0, but need a big play on 3rd and long. Wing T behind Kitchen. They go on the counter crisscross. Looking for room is Fisher. Not much doing.
Nope.
Nice job staying home over there on that far side of the defense by Ethan Marshall, containing Fisher. Gain of just 2 on the double handoff. And Panthers 4th and 8 will punt it away. So defensive struggle here for the most part. 7-0 Strath Haven, 5:20 to go here before halftime. Kitchen awaits the punt snap at the 30-yard line. It'll be Jackson Roberts to snap it. Kitchen high, terrific spiral. It's going to take a Strath Haven hop inside the 20, inside the 15, rolling all the way down inside the 10, and the Panthers will pin them down to the 8-yard line. Kitchen had 2 punts last week, both inside the 20, and here's another one for him.
All right, and here the Panthers have to get a turnover. This is where a fumble can really, really make your game.
Well, that's a terrific punt to tilt the field at the very least.
Punt of 50 yards.
50 on the punt, no return.
He was tremendous last week, and he's just doing it again.
He had a handful of punts last year, remember, when Sam Milligan was out.
Not like this, though,
with
did
a broken hand. No, not like this. So, all right, 1st and 10. 2 receivers for the first time here as Springfield trying to spread things out just a bit. And give is to the tailback. Up the middle they go with Luke Valeri. The ball came out, and they're going to mark him down first. No. Okay. Mike, you called it. You were begging for that turnover down here. Didn't happen, though, as Valerio.
Well, it did happen. It didn't happen soon enough.
Just his knees were down. That ball popped out when he hit the ground. So to the 12-yard line they go. Gain of 4 for Luke Valerio, and brings up 2nd down and 6. All right. Springfield, 48 yards rushing here in the early going. 2nd down and 6. Single setback is Romano. They give it to him, the fullback, up the middle and right into the arms of Vince Hales, who slams him down along with Alexi Gustafson. Gustafson and Hales hold down the fort there after a gain of just a yard. So Romano been held in check so far. 7 carries, 20 yards for the junior. Panthers do not want the fullback making any noise tonight.
Just about 3 yards a carry there.
3rd and about 6, call it. As we'll be at the 13-yard line here. See if Springfield dials up a pass play here. They send Chris Dolan, split end to the near side. Slot to the right, and they go empty and shotgun. Here we go. Shotgun look and back to pass. Whitaker dumps underneath, and is swatted away by Cole Miller. Wow, got the big paw up there, and Cole Miller gets a hand on it. They look for a little inside screen. I like the call, a little inside screen. Boy, if they hit that, that's a nice, safe play, but Miller sniffs it out, swats it down.
If that swat had gone up rather than down, that would have been a free-for-all.
There's maybe your turnover, but in the meantime, the Panthers hold again on defense here. Now 4th down and 5. They should get it in decent field position here. James Fisher and Ben Milligan on the Springfield side of the 50 await the punt from Ryan Johnston. Johnston takes the snap, steps into it, and booms one. Terrific kick. This will be Fisher at the 45 with room to return. Has a little bit of room on this near sideline, looking for help at the 50, and then is banged out of bounds, and they're going to say, oh, boy. Strath Haven side wanted a flag as Fisher seemed to give himself up there, but banged out of bounds by number 6, Brian Delaney. Still, the Panthers, again, with good field position, 3:17 to work with, and 2 timeouts in their pocket here before halftime. They'll start at the 47-yard line. So, hey, string a couple plays together, hold on to the football, and, boy, a 2-touchdown lead would feel awfully good, wouldn't it?
Oh, in this game, that would be like, you know.
All right, here we go. 2 tight ends, wing T behind Kitchen. He turns and Panthers jumped. You know, I thought there was a play earlier where
I saw a couple last week that I thought.
It's either the snap's a little later than they thought or what. But the Panthers, you know, the line knows they have to get off the ball. This is a tough Springfield defensive front. So you want to fire out quickly. So I don't know if the snap needs to come a little sooner or what. But either way, the Panthers behind the sticks again, 1st and 15. They've had a couple costly penalties here in this first half. So, imperfect start to this drive here for the Panthers. Back to their 48-yard line. Glavichuk tight end to the left. Wing to the right is Mackay Clark. On 1st down, the give is to James Fisher, and right there waiting for him again is Gus Bryan. Panthers are going to have to find a way to get in front of 78, which, again,
or run around them.
Easier said than done.
Yep.
I understand that. That's a terrific football player they're facing, but he has just been phenomenal in the middle of that defense, and I can't even say the middle of that defense. He's run side to side pretty well, too. 2nd and 15 now for Strath Haven at their own 48-yard line as Fisher got nothing on that play. All right, they'll try again. Wing to the left this time, and they shift. Back to a wing right and 2 tight ends for Kitchen, who's going to roll to his left, looking under heavy pressure, and he's going to be dumped. Sacked back inside the 45-yard line. So the Panthers started this drive at the Springfield 47, and they've lost, 10 yards since?
We'll find out in about 2 seconds when
Third and forever now.
20.
Yeah,
third and 20.
Back at the 43-yard line on their own side of midfield. So sometimes you have to slug it out and win ugly, and I think Coach Clancy's going to keep Kitchen on the sideline, run the clock down, and call timeout here to drum up 3rd down and 20 a play here. So we'll see what they come up with. He may decide to go conservative and keep the clock running. I don't know. All right, we'll see. He's watching the back judge, and my guess he's going to put him in the huddle and call timeout as soon as the back judge counts it down. And timeout. All right. So Clancy runs that clock down to 1:33. It's going to force, I think wouldn't shock me to see the Panthers run it, honestly.
Right.
Run it, keep the clock moving, and force Springfield to use
Springfield.
one of their timeouts. Springfield with 2 timeouts remaining. But, hey, who knows? Maybe you come up with something big on 3rd down and 20. We'll take a short timeout with them. We have 30 seconds, or you want to keep it right here?
We're going to keep it right
here.
All
right, we'll keep it right here.
You can't talk more than 5 seconds when they call timeout.
I know. So much to say, really.
I know, and so many sponsors to run commercials for us. So, we'll work it out.
Plenty of that at halftime coming up. And speaking of halftime, we'll have Andrew, Pete, and Mike chatting, of course. In the meantime, Ridley 14, Garnet Valley 7, midway through the second quarter over in Folsom. Try to get some other score updates there if Andrew has any. But
21-0 Marple on top of Radnor.
Not
after
surprising
1
there. Yep, Radnor struggled mightily last week, and Marple taking advantage of a very young Radnor team so far tonight. All right, here out of the timeout, Strath Haven facing 3rd and 20 from their own 43. A.J. Glavichik split end to the far side of the field. Wing to the right. And they go with a quick hitter right up the middle. This is Shane Green, who's going to drive out to about the 48-yard line. Pickup of maybe 4 or 5. Clock ticks. 124, 123, and timeout Springfield, as we predicted. Not our first rodeo, huh?
Yeah, no, we've done this a few times.
All right, so gain of 4 for Clark. Why don't we take a timeout now? It'll be 4th and long, and see what the Panthers can do in the punt game, see what Springfield can do in the punt game. Be back in a moment on havenfootball.net.
Have nagging soft tissue injury, chronic joint pain? Give Rose Tree Wellness Center a call and see Dr. Tom O'Brien for a complete diagnosis and treatment. Dr. O'Brien specializes in active release techniques, ART. ART can deal with many issues, including chronic shoulder, knee, and ankle pain. Rose Tree Wellness Center also offers a complete series of massage therapy as well as general chiropractic care. Don't spend another day in pain. Call 610-789-5555 and make an appointment today.
This is Merrill Reese, voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, where high school football never sounded so good, right here at havenfootball.net.
Welcome back to Springfield High School. Strath Haven leading 7-0, but in punt formation now on 4th and 16. Jake Kitchen has had 2 terrific punts so far. He'll need another one here with the Valerio brothers awaiting at their 15-yard line. 4th and long, snap is a good one, no pressure, and Kitchen end over end wobbler inside the 30-yard line. It bounces sideways and straight out of bounds, so Kitchen had a 50-yarder last time. This one shorter than that, but still no return. Keeps it out of the returner's hands, and nice work in that fashion. So 1:15 to go, 75 seconds for the Cougars to play with, and down to 1 timeout. So they'll snap from their own 28-yard line. 1 for 2 throwing it tonight are the Cougars. 0 for 4 throwing it last week. So, again, we'll see if they can get get something going here. Sorry, 1 for 3 throwing it. But they may, I don't know. Let's see what they come up with here. Shotgun look for the second time now. Whitaker back to pass, fires to this near sideline. It's complete. And Friel with his second catch of the night. Makes the catch, takes the hit, steps out of bounds to stop the clock out at the 34. So give him, I'll call it 35. Okay, gain of 7. And second down and 3. So Cougars trying to get points on the board. As we mentioned earlier, they do get the football to start the second half. Strath Haven will kick it away. Now, can the Panthers come up with a pass rush, or as Mike was begging for earlier and almost got it in a couple ways on the last drive, a turnover. Cougars had a fumble that popped out but was ruled down and correctly ruled down as the ball popped out due to the turf, and then Cole Miller got his paw on a screen pass that could have been harmful to the Cougars. But here's 3-step drop. Whitaker firing on the near sideline. It's Friel one more time. He's wrapped up once again. Shane Green now underneath the coverage, with the underneath coverage rather. And they'll put it down at the 45. Gain of 10 more. And again, 3-step drop. Neutralize that pass rush. And Springfield, if they're going to take it down there 10 yards at a time, Panthers can't give up too much more.
No, remember, the plays are only taking 7 seconds, so you got at least 10 more plays if you keep giving first downs.
Well, those last 2 plays took a combined 7 seconds.
Yep. Well done here for the Cougars. They'll snap it from the 45. Fresh set of downs. First down. Romano is your fullback. They go toss play to the near side. Looking for running room, and the tailback is dumped. Ooh. Luke Valerio is buried. Beautiful job there, shooting through. That's Cole Miller. Kaufman. Great job there by Miller. We talk about Gus Bryan getting down the line, and this as well. And Springfield, with 52 seconds left, has burned their final timeout of the half. All right, we'll take a short timeout with them. See what Springfield can drum up with 52 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Be back in a moment. You're listening live to High School Football on havenfootball.net.
Or buying a home is serious business. And for serious business, the key to your success is to work with an experienced agent. Sandy McCulley has over 20 years of real estate experience and is a seller representative specialist as well as a certified residential specialist. Sandy specializes in Delaware County real estate. Sandy conveniently works out of the Media Berkshire Hathaway Home Marketing Center in Media. Let Sandy's experience be your advantage in today's multifaceted real estate market. Give Sandy a call at 610-368-6641.
This is Merrill Reese, voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, and you're listening to high school football right here on havenfootball.net.
All right, welcome back to Springfield High School. Cougars trailing 7-0, but have one more shot at it here late in the second quarter. They are out of timeouts, 2nd and 10 from their 45-yard line. Whitaker on the play fake, back to pass, looking. He wants it deep down this near sideline. It is incomplete. Vinny Valerio out in the pattern that time, and pass delivered just a little too high. Ben Milligan in coverage. Milligan had actually slipped down, and 3rd and 10 is where we land after all that. 47 seconds to go here before halftime, just 5 seconds off the play clock, or a game clock rather. We mentioned at halftime, boy, there's a lot to talk about. I don't know if we'll get the band in the background. I guess the band's going to face the other direction tonight, so we'll have to see how that shakes out. But
we've got our camera on the ground, so hopefully he'll get over there and take a look. Right. We'll see how it goes.
See how it goes. All right, 3rd and 10 here. Slot right, wing right, and they go with a reverse. Looking for room is Dolan off that far sideline. He had a long run last week. Not tonight, says Sean Henry. No gain on the play as 44 tracks it down from behind. Big time play from Sean Henry. It brings up 4th and 10 for the Cougars. Dolan caught from behind at the 45. Clock ticks, 28, 27, 26. Panthers have one more timeout, but I don't know that they're going to use it. I guess the Panthers, Coach Clancy saying stay away from it. We're just going to enjoy the 7-0 lead here. We're not going to have a penalty. Yeah, I don't know that they're going to need to snap it.
Inside of 10 seconds.
Yep. All right, well, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and that will do it for a hard-fought, not surprising, hard-fought first half. 7-0. Strath Haven on top of Springfield. We expected a tight game, maybe a little more scoring than this, but the defenses have had their way through the first 24 minutes. Be back in just a moment. We'll talk high school football. We'll maybe talk Phillies. Maybe we'll talk a little media, Little League, things that we didn't quite get to cover last week, but more to say, of course, as we get into a busy month in the sports world here in Delaware County, leading into as we start September. All right, stick with us. Be back in just a moment. Glad you're joining us live or on the archive on havenfootball.net.
Do you have slow-running drains? Are you thinking about selling your home or property? If so, go to scarpagnatoplumbing.com and schedule a technician. They are the area's only small plumbing company to offer in-house trenchless sewer and water main repairs. They also offer sewer lateral certifications for the surrounding communities. From faucets to water heaters, they can handle all your plumbing needs. Give them a call at 484-832-5566.
This is Keith Jackson reminding you you're listening to high school football right here on havenfootball.net.
Unplugged.
Welcome to the At the Halftime Report with Mike Mayer, Pete Fulgenetti, and Statman Andrew Kaufman. Tonight's report is sponsored by Sandy McCulley at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services and Media. Give her a call when buying or selling your home. All right. Well, I've got the wrong camera on. I'm sorry. Here we go. So it's halftime. It's 7-0 Strath Haven, and it's been the game I kind of expected personally. I got you closer to Pete here. At 7-0, it really was just a running play that broke loose that Haven got in. Haven had an opportunity to get another long play, not necessarily a touchdown on a pass, didn't go through. Springfield's been moving the ball, but hasn't been able to cross the line, obviously. Haven's defense has played a little better than Springfield's at this stage of the game. Should be very interesting to see what happens when we come back to the second half when Springfield starts off with the ball. Pete, your thoughts?
Well, the way the game started, of course, Haven had an extended drive. I think they used up almost 2/3 of the first quarter, and they scored on a breakaway by James Fisher. But when the Cougars got the ball, the first series, they seemed to knock ball 5, 6, 7 yards at a pop. They were really running the ball well, but they made adjustments. Strath Haven has made adjustments with their defense. And they've kind of slowed the Cougars down. And, because of that, it's 7-0. The defense has been great for both teams, but Panthers' defense has gotten much better in the second quarter. What do you think, Andrew?
Yeah, both defenses have been really impressive here tonight. Strath Haven just 88 total yards, Springfield 72 total yards. That tells the story of the game. It's been a defensive struggle. The scoreboard says that 7-0 Panthers. The opening drive, Panthers took 12 plays, 88 yards.
Yeah, the Panthers just controlled, like I said, the first 7 minutes, 8 minutes. And the score was kind of an unusual play. Was James Fisher was stopped around the 30-32, and he popped out of the pile, and he scored. So that's what we got, 7-0. It's a great defensive battle. Springfield's going to get the second half kickoff, and can't ask for anything better, Mike.
No, we can't. And we're going to have two bands on tonight. Right now, the Strath Haven marching band is on the field. Let me pull up that image. Isn't that cool? I can switch back and forth. But of course, they're facing away from us because the booth is on the visitor side, which is also true at Radnor, but it's kind of rare. So the band obviously plays to the home crowd, which is across the way. What do we? Oh, stats. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get to it. We'll see.
That I can write down.
Yeah, I understand. Yes. In any event, so the band's in the background, but at home we will definitely be the halftime show will be whatever they put on. We will put on the camera so that everybody can enjoy it the way we've been enjoying it for years. So that's the game. So what do we think the philosophy is? I would just say more of the same, for both teams.
Strath Haven had two major stops. Fourth down, both times Springfield. Fourth down inside the Haven 10, they stopped them. Right. Another time down further downfield, closer to midfield. Fourth down, they stopped them on a James Fisher blitz, which forced the quarterback into an errant throw. So two great fourth down stops for the Panthers, and that's why we're 7-0 right now.
Right. Well, the issue is going to be, this has been the history. It's been close games between these two teams for the first half, and then, Haven would find ways to pull away, score another couple of times, hold Springfield or maybe score 2 or 3 times, and Springfield score once, but that'd be the end of the game. So we'll see whether history repeats itself. Certainly a well-fought game at this stage of the game, and very comparable for both
very
teams.
evenly played game.
Absolutely.
Good running on both sides, a little bit of passing on both sides, but just a definite defensive struggle, and the score shows it.
Right. Well, let's talk a little Phillies baseball, because they've been setting the world on fire lately, much to many people's surprise, I think. Not to us necessarily.
Well, what's happened is all the hitters started to hit at once. When you have all those hitters in your lineup and they all start getting hot at one time, and you score 7, 8, 9, 10 runs a game, you're going to win a lot of games. You don't need shutouts from your pitchers, and that's what's happening right now. We're getting decent pitching, not great pitching, but when you score 8 or 9 runs, you don't need a shutout.
Yeah, well, the pitching tends to, when you lose 10-8, that's a pitching failure. I mean, you can't ask for more.
That was
runs.
a pitching failure.
Yeah, it was, but
on Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, that was. But the 5 games before that, they won them all.
Right.
So
right.
If you can win 5 out of 6, you're a world champion.
Now listen,
normally.
and no matter how good you are, unlike football where people really expect their teams to go either undefeated or with very long win streaks, in baseball, come on. I mean, if you put together 4 or 5 wins, that'd be good. Yeah. Yeah, you
can't react to every game like it's the end of the world.
That's right. So,
although many Philly fans like to react that way.
So of course we have the month to go to qualify for the wild card. We're 5 up in the wild card. So this is either going to be an unbelievable failure.
They would have to have like
a Mets-like.
What year was that, Pete?
1964. You were probably.
I was 10 and living in Los Angeles. I didn't care.
But yeah, they had a 6.5 game lead with 10 games to play, and they blew it.
Well, hopefully we're not by
and
talking about.
I watched
we're
every
not
game on my
grounds.
black and white Philco TV with my father.
All right. Well, anyway, that's looking good. And Eagles, we don't have to talk about yet because they don't play for another week.
We're going to talk extensively next Friday night.
Okay.
But I just want to say a short thing. This Eagles team has a lot of great players. I really think they do. And they have
a lot of expectations.
They have 8 rookies. So they may play their best ball in November, December, but we'll see. I still think they can beat the Patriots.
Okay, everybody step away from the camera. Look at that sunset. Is that nice? It's a pleasant after. What do you think? It's about 72?
Yeah,
73?
yeah. This has been excellent. We didn't even bring our fan here tonight. It's excellent. Low humidity. It's just perfect. No wind, no nothing.
Next week we're going to bake.
If you were, next week
we'll have to see what Friday looks like.
Yeah.
The rest of the week looks like we're going to bake.
So anyway, next week we got Ridley. So I'm anxious to see how they do tonight against Garnet Valley.
They're going back and forth. Brian's been giving us updates. He's getting more
and that's going to be interesting.
Us.
But I think, you can't say a second game is a critical win for a team, but I think it certainly sets the tone for both Springfield and Strath Haven. I mean, this is as important a game as they may play this year. It's hard to say that is game 2.
Outside of the playoffs.
Well, that I understand, but I'm talking about just regular season. Because this is really going to potentially set the tone. Because I think the team that comes out of here is going to be playing catch-up.
And this game's going to have a real effect on the 5A playoffs.
It could.
Yeah,
on who the home – I don't know that it's going to settle who's in it.
We have a long way to go.
It probably won't settle who's in or who's out, but it may decide who gets a home game in the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah, it definitely could. I think right now Springfield's in the locker room kicking themselves because they really had a chance down inside the 10 to score.
They've had 2 chances on
offense
they had
where
they've had the field position in this game.
They're probably
and
saying
they haven't
to each
taken
other,
advantage of it.
Yeah, they're saying to each other, guys, we should be ahead. But Strath Haven tightened it up when they had to, and that's why they're up.
It's that bend, don't break defense that we see from the Eagles every year.
The person you're hearing who isn't on camera is Andrew. I got to find a wider angle camera. We're too big of guys to all fit in this thing.
I'll get Andrew in here.
Well, Pete, you need to take a step over so we can all get in here.
Well, you're tall, so we could stand in front of you, Pete. You could be the center point.
We're all here.
There we go. That works pretty good.
This is what we should be doing. Okay.
Yeah, well, we'll do this in the booth next week.
It's nice to do here when we have plenty of space to work with.
Just everybody promise they take showers Friday morning. So
not as much space on up at our booth at Strath Haven.
In any event. All right, anything else we want to talk about before we go to a commercial break, which I'll have to turn on?
Well, Brian mentioned the Media Little League. We should mention them. They won the Mid-Atlantic region, and they won 1 game in the World Series.
And I was there. I went to the World Series. Yep, and it was.
You know where I
great.
was? Tell the people where I was when you were there.
Oh, you were in El Salvador.
I was in El Salvador. I went on a mission trip with my church. It's unbelievable what I saw, but it was worth it. But
Well,
it
and
was
he
great.
enjoyed in the country. He goes to in a church group. They hand out clothing and medicine and everything else. Wasn't exactly the cruise vacation I usually take. So
What's what?
it wasn't exactly the cruise vacation that I
No,
usually
this
take.
wasn't a vacation. Like I said to you on
That's
the
right,
phone.
it was a mission.
This was a mission.
That's
and
true.
Mission was accomplished.
Very good. So yeah, media. Look, if you've never been to Little League World Series, it's 3.5 hours. You can go up and back in the fourth a day. It is a drive in a day. No tickets. You don't buy anything when you're there other than food and souvenirs. There's no fee for parking. I mean, it's a great experience. The crowds are terrific. The kids are wonderful. We were there during when Media Little League lost their second game, which took them out of competition. That's when the Phillies showed up. They were terrific. The kids were all over them. It was great. If you ever have an opportunity to get to a baseball game, Little League World Series is worth every moment you spend there. It's my second visit, and my grandson's going to be 12. He's playing on the Aston team, which this year is what lost to Media to allow Media to continue into the
That's
regionals.
right. They beat him. Was that the game I was at?
No, because it was the older kids. But this year, my grandson's going to be on that team, and they have hopes of getting the Little League World Series. Now, them's big dreams. It's a lot of baseball.
There's
you
a
gotta
lot
play.
of baseball to play to get to Williamsport.
and it's all single elimination stuff. I mean, you don't get three or four shots.
There's some double elimination.
Well, in the regional type stuff, yes.
Yeah,
there
a lot
is.
of it.
But when
once
you get up
past
there,
the state level, it's all pretty much double eliminations to get you into Williamsport. At the regional level, it is.
Is it? Okay, you could be right. I mean,
it's a modified double elimination.
But in any event, it is well worth your time. And of course, while we're mentioning your time, get to a high school football game. The color, the drama, the band, the cheerleaders. It's such a great thing, and generally the weather. It's $5, no fee for parking. Hot dogs for $1.50.
You can't buy a beer for $5.
No, it's and if you compare it to Major League, it's just there isn't any. Great excitement, and the schools are never more than a few minutes from your house, so you're home 20 minutes, 15 minutes after the game's over. Anyway, come out to a game. We love you, have you watching us here on havenfootball.net, but we'd much rather see you at the game, filling up these stands and cheering on these kids for whatever team you're rooting for. Doesn't make any difference. It's just a great experience. Go to your local team, and you know what? That goes for other things than football. Girls volleyball is in play right now. Soccer's in play right now. Most schools have 30 or more athletic teams that they actually suit up and play. So there's stuff you can go watch during the entire year. Softball and basketball and baseball. It's just a wonderful experience. It's right down the street from where you live. And the admission is either very nominal or in a lot of cases it's free. So go support your high school team and enjoy yourself. We're going to take a quick commercial break. It's currently Strath Haven 7, Springfield 0. And we'll be back. I got to set this up. Sorry, guys. I can't see.
You might need to drag that up.
Yep, I will do. All right, well, we're just making noise here as I'm trying to figure here we go. There we go. Okay, very good. We'll be back in just a minute or so. You're listening to High School Football right here on havenfootball.net.
Welcome to Allstate, where everyone saves when they bundle their home and auto insurance. Isn't that right, Frank?
I saved 25%. Booyah.
You protected your casa?
Sure did.
And the Frank tank?
You know it.
And now you're relaxing.
I'm working from home.
Sure you are. Save up to 25% when you bundle home and auto with Allstate.
Your local Allstate agent is Steve Taub in Media. Give him a call at 610-566-3500.
This is Keith Jackson. You're listening to High School Football right here on Haven Football.
Welcome back to Springfield High School. Strath Haven 7, Springfield nothing at halftime. Thanks again to Pete, Mike, and Andrew for chatting all things Philadelphia area sports and more at our halftime. But in the meantime, we have halftime scores from elsewhere around District 1 and a little bit of District 12 as well. But the big one in the Central League just up the road at the moment is Ridley and Garnet Valley, and they are back and forth. Ridley leading Garnet Valley 21-14 with about 30 seconds to go in the second quarter. And Jags looking at a win streak in the Central League that dates back to 2017. In fact, Springfield took care of them 14-7 back in October of 2017, and the Jags have not lost a game in the league since. But Ridley trying to do that for the first time on their own field and have themselves a one-score lead just before halftime down on Morton Avenue. Staying in the Central League, another halftime score up the road in the other direction, a little north of here. Haverford 8, Conestoga 3 at halftime. Conestoga 0-1, trying not to fall to 0-2. They lost to Owen J. Roberts, somewhat surprisingly, I think, from what a lot of people were expecting. Owen J. with a 25-22 victory last week. And speaking of Owen J. Roberts at 1-0 for the first time in a while, they're tied with Pottsgrove 7-7 at halftime up in the Pac-10. Staying in the Pac-10, well, a little bit of a crossover game. Pac-10 versus Chesmont, two powerhouses. Both of these teams, I think, will be looking to make some noise and perhaps win their league this year. Perk Valley up in the Pac-10. They win a big win last week. So they're 1-0, taking on 1-0 Downingtown West. So the two Downingtowns and Coatesville always battling for supremacy, not only in the Chesmont, but these are two teams that I think have a chance to make a deep playoff run in 6A this year. After all that chatter, the score, finally, Brian, 14-7, Downingtown West leading Perkiomen Valley late in the second quarter there. So D-Town West and Perk Valley, again, put it on Chester last week, shutting them out 31-0 down on exit 6 off of I-95. But Downingtown West leading Perk Valley at the moment, 14-7. Back to the Central League, a little bit north of here, up in Radnor. Radnor with that beautiful new facility. They're going to have home games this year throughout the season. They've had a very limited opportunity in the last 2 years with all the construction up there. But they are running into a buzzsaw right now. They trail 42-0 at halftime to Marple Newtown. So tough start for the Raptors rather. Radnor trailing. They had trouble last week and now trailing 42-0. That will be a running clock in the second half. My alma mater, Hatboro Horsham, 1-0 for the first time in quite a while. Had a big win over Upper Moreland last week. They lead Wissahickon 27-20 late in the second quarter. Pennsbury 24, William Tennant nothing. The Falcons and head coach Galen Snyder looking to bounce back after a loss last week. William Tennant with their first-year coach looking for their first win as well. Still hoping to get some other scores. Andrew had Souderton and Penridge score at one point. We'll get to that if we can find it. CB West and Upper Dublin is another big game up in the Suburban 1 League tonight. And we will, as we mentioned earlier in the first half, Upper Darby falls to 0-2. They lost a tight one, an overtime loss to Lower Merion in a game that started at 5 o'clock today. Also mentioned earlier, Chester got a win yesterday, squeaking out a 22-20 victory over Cheltenham in a game that was played last night. Also played last night, Pencrest over Chichester in a big way. That was a running clock in the second half, and Pencrest is 2-0 for the first time in, since I can remember. It's been quite a while, so good things going on there for Coach Graham and the Lions. And Garnet Valley heads to Pencrest next week. So it'll be the Lions and Jags head-to-head. And the Jags' opponent tonight, Ridley, who leads 21-14 at halftime, is where they will hit the road and come see us next Friday night. So the Panthers starting the schedule with two heavyweights in the Central League this year, Springfield and Ridley. So no rest for the weary here. If the Panthers can somehow hang on for the next 24 minutes, it does not get any easier 7 days from now. So
I'm going to put the stats up.
Okay.
On the screen.
Speaking of that Souderton-Penridge game, at halftime, it's Penridge 7, Souderton nothing.
Okay, so just that fumble, that turnover, right?
Just the one turnover leading to the Penridge touchdown.
Okay,
that's
Souderton.
The difference in that game.
And I think the stats are showing you, what's going on in this game. It's a 7-0 ball game. It's very, very tight. Springfield has a few more passing yards because Haven hasn't thrown it much, and but the rushing yards are almost, it's not really 2-1 for Haven, but the total is very, very even. It's Haven with 88 and Springfield was 72. Time possession, again, that first possession for Haven took up half the first quarter, and that was at 13:08 total for the half versus 10:52. Still not a big disparity because, quite frankly, Springfield came back and kind of finished up really the first quarter with their own possession. Of course, didn't walk away with a score, so that's made the difference. So it's been a tight game as you would expect based on what we've seen with the score. And we're just waiting for the teams. I can't see from here. The teams
Strath Haven's on the field.
Yep.
Here comes Springfield.
Working their way out now. Yep. So, again, it's as expected. We thought before the game this would be tight. And we mentioned in the opening, the last time they played, Strath played at this field, rather. And, again, that was the first year it was open back in 2021. Strath Haven snuck out of here with a last-second 3-point victory on a walk-off field goal by Charlie Shankweiler after Springfield roared back from a two-touchdown deficit. So, again, this is the kind of game where one or two little mistakes maybe can make a big difference. Panthers not completely clean in that first half. Had some penalties that they'd like to have back. Had a drop pass on third down. That would have been an enormous play, perhaps even a touchdown. But, hey, you can only get ready for the next play. And so the Panthers have some things to clean up. Springfield, I'm sure, comes into the halftime locker room saying, boy, we could do the same. We have a couple penalties that hurt us. The Strath Haven touchdown drive aided by a third down penalty, pass interference call on that far sideline. And, again, some missed opportunities inside the 20 for the Cougar offense. So, hey, we'll see what happens here for the next 24 minutes. But in the meantime, why don't we take a short time out, thank our fantastic sponsors for once again keeping us on the air every week. Be back in just a moment for second half action. Cougars and Panthers in a catfight here at Springfield High on havenfootball.net.
Your car is probably your second biggest investment, and AMF Auto Clinic in Brookhaven wants to keep that investment in tip-top shape. AMF Auto Clinic has been maintaining automobiles since 1961, and they take pride in their work and in keeping your car in perfect running order. From inspections to general maintenance and repair, you can trust your auto investment to AMF Auto Clinic in Brookhaven. Call for an appointment today at 610-872-2167.
Hi, everyone. This is Greg Murphy from the Phillies broadcast team, where high school football never sounded so good, right here at havenfootball.net.
Welcome back to the second half of tonight's football game. Tonight's game is sponsored by the Swarthmorean Weekly Newspaper, true local coverage of Swarthmore, Wallingford, and surrounding neighborhoods. Published since 1893. Steve Taub's Allstate Insurance and Media. Auto, Home, and Life. You're in good hands with Allstate. AMF Auto Clinic, taking care of your cars since 1961. Located in Brookhaven on Edgemont Avenue. Sandy McCulley at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services and Media. Give her a call when buying or selling your home. Ducklings Early Learning Center in Wallingford. Daycare for ages 6 weeks to 5 years. Scar Pagnato Plumbing. Over 20 years experience for all your plumbing needs in Wallingford. Proud Haven supporters Mary and Larry Luter. Go Haven. Rose Tree.
Welcome back to Springfield High School. Second half action ready to begin as Strath Haven's new kicker right off the soccer field this afternoon, Ian Gallagher, has it teed at the far hash at the 40-yard line and ready to kick it deep to the Valerio brothers, who wait at the 10-yard line. And Springfield will get the ball moving right to left on the screen in front of you. Third quarter action ready to begin. Gallagher approaches. High, end over end kick. It's going to come down. Short kick on the dead run. This is Luke Valeria, the sophomore, looking for room and speed across the 35 and is banged down at about the 38-yard line. So again, Springfield's had really good field position most of the evening, and they'll start in a good spot once again with quarterback Ryan Whitaker. 3 for 6 throwing it in that first half. But again, total yards for Springfield, just 72 in that first half. Strath Haven not much better, just 88 total yards. So the defenses were terrific. See what happens as we get started here in the third quarter. Split to the far side, and the give is to the tailback. Looking for room off that right side. It started, the first drive of the game started with that very play, with Turner going for a few. And picks up maybe 3. Shane Green on the stop for the Panthers. Shane Green leading the way with tackles. He and Vince Hales each with 5 apiece at the moment. And second down and about 7 from the 41-yard line. Springfield trying to get something going here against a Panther defense that has been bend but don't break. I formation, wing to the near side, 3-step drop. They fire to the flat, and it's complete again. I believe that's Friel, and they unpile. Ben Milligan with a good tackle. No, sorry, that's Dolan, rather. Dolan on the catch, puts it at third down and about a yard. So first catch of the day for Chris Dolan, the junior. But all 4 completions have been on that little hitch.
For the Cougars.
Brings up third and a yard.
47-yard line, gain of 6.
So they'll try it again. Same personnel, same formation for the Cougars. Fullback is Nate Romano. Whitaker under center with a wing to the right. Third down, it's Romano. Bulls his way forward. Second effort gets him to the 49 and a first down. Didn't get much, but didn't need much to move the sticks. Gain of 2 and a fresh set of downs for the blue and gold. Vince Hales with his 6th stop of the night. First and 10 now from the 49-yard line on the opening drive of this second half. Clock ticks, 10:50 and counting to play here in the third. Whitaker, the senior, first-year starter, under center. Gives the tailback. Turner, second man through, into the secondary he goes, bounces out to the right. He tests stiff arm at the 40, 20. There he goes to the end zone. 51 yards later, Springfield is on the board. And how about a gut punch right there? Panthers have held everybody in check. Cougars nearly double their yardage on one play, and a chance to tie now as Turner's first touchdown of the season goes for 51.
Woo, that was exactly what they didn't want to happen. A wide open breakout play, taking only a couple of minutes off the clock. That is not to their advantage. To Haven's advantage.
Sean and Williams on for the extra point. Panthers lead 7-6. See if they can get a hand on this one. Hard count, and it looks like the Panthers jumped. And this, I think the Cougars may go for 2 here. It wouldn't shock me. They did it last week. When you get an offside penalty, half the distance. And here they come. Here comes Romano. Kicker going off the field, and now Springfield with a chance to take the lead. Big Billy Brown checks back in. Milligan checks out. And now another Panther mistake has given the Cougars a chance to take a lead here. They'll put the ball at the 1.5-yard line. Half the distance penalty. And can the Cougars move the pile? I think everybody in the house thinks 34 is getting it. He's the tailback. It is Romano off the right side, pushes the pile, and he is in. Wow, just barely got there, but the Cougars on top, 8-7 with a 2-point conversion. Panthers defense held up pretty well, but boy, 1.5 yards, you don't have to go far, and Strath Haven needs to bounce back now. Trailing 8-7, we'll be back in 30 seconds. Strath Haven will get the ball back when we return on havenfootball.net.
Your car is probably your second biggest investment, and AMF Auto Clinic in Brookhaven wants to keep that investment in tip-top shape. AMF Auto Clinic has been maintaining automobiles since 1961, and they take pride in their work and in keeping your car in perfect running order. From inspections to general maintenance and repair, you can trust your auto investment to AMF Auto Clinic in Brookhaven. Call for an appointment today at 610-872-2167.
Hi, everyone. This is Greg Murphy from the Phillies broadcast team, where high school football never sounded so good.
All right, and we're back, ready for the kickoff.
All right, here
Brian's
we go.
Busy typing.
Trying to do the Twitter, but that'll have to wait. High end over and kick. It'll come down. A.J. Glavicek at the 15-yard line. Looking for running room straight up the middle. It lowers the shoulder and takes a man for a ride, but nicely done. Hanging on and making the stop by Joe Kevel. And the Panthers start out near their 30-yard line. Let me finish this tweet here, Mike, and see what Panthers can drum up here.
Sure. Well, now the Panthers have their work cut out for them. They're trailing. Oh, I'm sorry. You got an update?
Quick update. Haverford up on Conestoga 8-3 at the half.
I thought that game started hours ago. What do I know? Okay.
Ball at the 32-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
All right, Panthers, 2 tight ends. Wing to the right, the tweak will have to wait. Here we go. Give is to James Fisher. He'll rush his way across the 35 out to the 37. Good first down carry for the junior James Fisher, leading rusher in the game tonight for Strath Haven. Brings up 2nd down and about 5. 9 carries for 65 yards and a score for James Fisher, but Springfield leading 8-7 after the Panthers jump off sides on an extra point, and a 2-point conversion followed on the legs of Nate Romano. 2 tight ends. Wind is picking up here in the face of Kitchen, but the give is to Shane Green, and he'll go second effort, but just to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Green stood up there quickly, and the Panthers now trying to grab some momentum back after the defense was just lights out in that first half, and was doing pretty well there until one big play. Right up the middle went Turner, and the senior has given Springfield the lead. Here, 3rd down and 5. 2 tight ends, wing to the right, and Fisher just nowhere to go. Boy, these blockers are just getting pushed back into the backfield. Just absolutely no room here, and the Panthers still a long way to go. Can't hang your heads just yet. But, boy, the boys in white are getting pushed back right into Fisher's lap there. They'll lose a couple.
Yep, they lost 2 on that one, so, oops, wrong way.
All right, here we go.
Ethan
Kitchen.
Marshall and Mike Miller on the stop.
Jake Kitchen will punt it away again. The Valerios wait at the 30-yard line for Springfield. 8:40 and counting to play here in the 3rd quarter. Kitchen punts it away as the Panthers go 3 and out. Another tremendous punt from Kitchen. Fair catch signaled for, and bounces out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Terrific job there by Kitchen to tilt the field again. 35 on the punt, no return, and now can the Panther defense bounce back after Springfield threw the haymaker, Mike?
Well, that's going to be a big question. I mean, obviously, the first order of business is they got to hold Springfield here for hopefully 3 and out and get the ball back and score. That's going to be critical. We'll see what they can do. The momentum is definitely turned on the Springfield's favor.
All right, ready to go here. Whitaker under center, motion man, and they give his ball on the ground. And wow, what a fortunate hop right there. Off the hands of Turner, pounce right back up to him. He's dropped for a loss as Fisher comes up from the secondary and drops him in the backfield at the 28. So loss on the play, but boy, that could have been worse for Springfield. How about a friendly home turf bounce right there, right back into his lap. All right, Springfield 8, Haven 7. Early in the 3rd quarter here. 2nd down and 12. Receiver split this time. Whitaker, play fake, wants to stop and go. He wants it all. Deep down that far sideline, incomplete. Ben Milligan in coverage. I mentioned, boy, they might take a shot there. They ran hitch there. Fake the hitch, send the man deep, but Whitaker cannot connect with Chris Dolan, and 3rd and 12 is where we sit. All right, Panthers need a stop here. Need to get off the field on 3rd down. Trailing by a point, 8-7, with 7:50 to play here in the 3rd. Fans below us, student section down to our right, making a little noise for the Panthers. Home crowd, loud and big on the far sideline as well. All right, they throw the double pass here. Firing, it is caught. Wow, beautifully done. I guess that pass was backwards there. And again, Ben Milligan in coverage wraps up Cole, but not before he picks up the 46-yard line and a 1st down.
Oh, that was a gadget play.
Nice little lateral there. And again, I thought it was a forward pass for a second,
as
but
did
nicely done.
I was like, that looks awfully close.
Either way, nice execution there for Springfield, as Cole's first catch goes for 16 and a 1st down out to the 46. New life now for Springfield. It's toss play to Luke Valerio. The sophomore will pick up a couple. He's wrapped up on that far sideline. And we'll see when they unpile. I think they'll still have him shy of midfield here. Oh, the gain of maybe 2. The tailback, Luke Valerio, 2 scores last week, over 100 yards rushing against O'Hara. And
averaging a yard a carry tonight.
Panthers have kept that horse in the barn at least.
Oh, that may be the curse right there.
Yep, of course, of course. All right, here we go. Valerio dots the I behind Whitaker. Wing to the right, split end to the right as well. On 2nd down and 8. It's Valerio, bounces off 1-man, 2-man, spins his way to a first down. Let's hope that is the curse, and that's the end of that. But give him 10 and another first down. That's a quick young runner right there. His best run of the night by far.
Haven defense definitely on their heels a bit here. They gave a big play and, turned the lead over, and now you're seeing Springfield really run at them. A little gadget play that worked extremely well, and they're really not too sure what to do with all this.
Split end to the far side, Mike Friel. Valerio is your tailback in the eye. He has it one more time. Oh, nope, but keeping it himself is Whitaker. Terrific fake, faked everybody out. And Whitaker will dance his way inside the 40 to the 37, gain of 5. Terrific fake there. All the white shirts and my eyes following the tailback off the left side. Vince Hales hobbling just a bit here. Not a good sign. They need him at full speed. But Whitaker's first carry of the night sets up 2nd down and 5 for Springfield at the Strath Haven 42. Silver and black trying to figure it out. It's Romano off the right side, and the Panthers take him away. No gain on the play. So Romano stopped there at the line of scrimmage. Leaves it at 3rd and 5. Sean Henry on the stop. Well, they'll give him forward progress to the 41, so we'll call it 3rd and about
36.
36. All right, clock ticks, 6:20 and counting as Whitaker jogs in the play. Valerio checks out. And 3rd and 4 and a shotgun look now. Bunch formation, and now they shift.
Wildcat.
All right, Wildcat. This is Turner. Direct snap. He's going to keep it himself. Looking for room off that right side, and he's got himself a first down. They just outnumbered the Panthers on that right side. Glavicek on the tackle, but that'll move the chains again down to the 31. Gain of 5 and good creative play calling on this drive here for Springfield. As Turner picks up 5. Kaufman and Glavicek on the stop. And the Panthers have the field tilted in the wrong direction right now. 1 possession so far in this second half for Strath Haven. It was a 3 and out. Springfield scored on a big play, and now they're moving again. Romano, the fullback, straight up the middle. He'll go for a few down near the 26. Number of Panthers in on the tackle. Hales and others. Fisher on piles as well. But I'm sorry, that was Marshall rather, not Romano. 32 on the tackle, or on the carry. So Ethan Marshall gives Romano a breather at that fullback spot. 2nd down and almost 6. Friel split to the far sideline. Wing to the right, they toss to that right side again. Luke Valerio looking for running room, and he's wrapped up by Kaufman, who drags him down at about the 25, maybe the 24. Bring up 3rd down and 5, but Mike, 4-down territory here.
Yeah, 4-down territory, and basically Springfield's giving Haven a taste of their own medicine. We're just, we're happy to take those 4 or 5 yards, do a little gadget play here and there, try to draw you off sides. I mean, this is if blue is in black, I'd say that's Haven.
Yeah, that's right. All right, here we go. Same formation. Wing to the right is the sophomore Cole. On 3rd and 5. 2nd man through off the left side. Valeria runs into Sean Henry, who slams him down after a gain of 2. 4th and 3 upcoming. Ran off the weak side there, and the Panthers held up well. Nice work here.
If I was Springfield, I'd try to draw them off again. It's been successful, and the Panthers are getting very excited now. They need to make this stop. They know they need it. Hopefully in the huddle, they've said to each other, don't move. Take the extra half second. Don't get drawn off.
4th and 3 from the 23. Panther defense trying to get one more 4th down stop. Play fake, rolling to his right. Whitaker to the flat, complete. First down yardage to Cole. He's undercut at the 15-yard line to down to the 14, and another first down.
Boy, that hurts.
Beautiful play fake, and again, execution, right?
Yep.
We talked about it. Both teams know very well, what's the playbook, basically. And the Panthers have just been out-executed here so far since the halftime gun.
And it's a nice short pass. You don't need a whole lot in a play like that.
Cole's second catch of this drive, that goes for 8, and his second first down picked up. Here they go to the sweep to this near side on the reverse. Cole runs into Billy Brown, who says no. Swallows him up at about the 14 rather. He's going to lose a couple. Billy Brown in there as part of a goal line package on defense. Tough to move him. It'll be second down and 11. So Cole, just the sophomore, had the catch on the double pass trick play on 3rd and long to get them out near midfield. Had the catch on 4th and short there. He's winged to the right. And it's keeper option look here. Whitaker with a late pitch to Turner. He's banged out of bounds. Gets near the original line of scrimmage, but Vince Hale's in pursuit, shoves him out at about the 12. So, brings up 3rd and about 10 or so. And again, nice work here by the Springfield offense, but again, 4-down territory, right?
4-down territory. Haven's just got us taken down. And I got to tell you, staying on defense this long is not easy.
No,
that's
right.
It's offense gets to take breaks occasionally because if the ball's going away from you, you don't have to block as hard. You don't have to seal it. Just take a rest for a second.
Gain of just 2 for Turner on that last one. He's just tailback, back to pass. Whitaker firing to the flat, looking to Romano, who's got it and rides him into the end zone. Nate Romano for a Cougar touchdown with 2:53 to play in the third. A phenomenal drive for Springfield. A 70-yard drive, 3rd down conversions, 4th down conversions, and this one into the end zone from the 12.
Yep, no doubt. It was, classic play.
15 plays, 70 yards.
Terrific work from Whitaker right there. Again, he's not thrown for a bundle of yardage by any stretch, just 40 yards throwing it. Sean Williams on for the extra point. Panthers know that they cannot jump. They sit back on their heels, kick is away, and it is good. Cougars 15, Panthers 7. Strath Haven trailing by 8, but it's still a one-score game. After all of that, can the offense get it going? We'll find out in a moment. Stick with us. You're listening live to High School Football on havenfootball.net.
Looking for pre-K child care with an emphasis on learning? Duckling's Early Learning Center is available for children 6 weeks to 5 years old, within 1 block of Nether Providence Elementary School, on Moore Road in Wallingford. At Ducklings, our college-educated teachers create a safe, nurturing educational environment in our beautiful facility. Call Ducklings today for an appointment at 610-936-9400.
This is Merrill Reese, voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, where high school football never sounded so good, right here at havenfootball.net.
Welcome back to Springfield High School. 2:50 to play here in the third quarter. Strath Haven trailing now 15-7 as Springfield has come out of the locker room after halftime with a 51-yard scoring jaunt by Mike Turner and a 70-yard scoring drive capped by Ryan Whitaker to Nate Romano. Here the Panthers trying to answer. James Fisher at the 12. Looking for running room across the 20, 30, and he'll drive the pile out to the 35. So again, decent field position for the Panthers, but boy, do they need a play here. They need a drive in a big way. They've run just 3 plays since a halftime gun.
Right.
3 and out did not go well.
Only a little less than 3 minutes left in this third quarter, so.
Well, it's gone from bad to worse here for the Panther defense. Can the offense pick up the slack here? If nothing else, move the chains, tilt the field, give your defense a chance to breathe.
Absolutely.
On 1st and 10, Kitchen, back to pass, looking, has time, post pattern, has Fisher out there, he's out, he's incomplete. Oh, he was behind the defense, had it go right through his mitts. Valerio trailing in coverage. Kitchen, oh so close to another connection there. And it's 2nd and 10. Hey, take the home run shot there on the post and that was open. Boy, Springfield's dodged a couple of bullets now. Last week, watching that Cardinal O'Hara game, there was almost an identical play. Player got behind the defense, had it go right through his hands. I'm not saying that's an easy catch for Fisher at full speed there, but it was close. All right, on second down, the give is to Marco Kaufman. Kaufman into the secondary, and he'll be dumped, but not before he takes 9. And sets up third down and 1. Kaufman gives Fisher a breather there. And Valerio saves a touchdown as Kaufman got the legs churning there. All right, 3rd and a yard. Panthers 2 tight ends. Kaufman in the backfield with Green. Wing to the right is Mekhi Clark. They go off this near side. Kaufman again. He'll drive his way up to the 49-yard line. And the Panthers on the move here. First down indeed. So maybe that's the wake-up call right there. As we said, the Panthers need to get something going here.
Right, and they do have the time to take what they need to make this score. And, of course, I think taking more time off the board is probably better for them because it gives Springfield less time to score again.
2 tight ends, Miller to the right, Glavicek to the left, and they go sweep to the far side. This is Mekhi Clark, who lowers the shoulder and grabs the midfield stripe, but nice work by Big 56, the 3-year starter, Dean Brown, to ride him down after a gain of just a yard. So give Springfield credit. Boy, they are really, really working well on that front four. They've just piled up tackles tonight. As the Strath Haven offensive line, all 6 guys returning as starters from last year. Not able to move Springfield too much for most of the night. All right, but here's Kaufman on his second down carry. He'll drive the pile into Springfield territory down to the 46. So give him 4, sets up 3rd down and 5. So again, much more manageable. Kaufman running hard on 3 carries here on this series. Fisher getting a breather on the sideline. 45 seconds and counting to play here in this 3rd quarter. Strath Haven trailing 15-7. Still a 1-score game. Kaufman wing to the left. 2 tight ends behind Kitchen. On 3rd and 5. Play fake and rolling to his right. Kitchen looking, floats to the outside. Incomplete. Glavicek was there, but even better coverage that time by number 6, Brian Delaney. Got his fingers on it and sets up 4th down and 5, and I think the punt team's coming on.
Yeah, I don't think you have a choice. You don't want to turn the ball over at the 50.
As well as Kitchen has been punting it. Maybe see if you can pin him down inside the 20 here. Still a 1-score game, and trust your defense to keep Springfield down there. All right, 4th and 5. Springfield has to be careful here not to jump. And now Strath Haven's got, all right, they've got too many. They're going to have to call timeout as they've got a personnel issue. Not what you want to do, burning a timeout on a punt play. But some silly mistakes here for the Panthers tonight have been costly in a 1-score game. We'll take a short timeout, be back in 30 seconds. Panthers with 4th down coming up. Springfield trying to add to an 8-point lead on havenfootball.net.
Looking to start an exciting career in the healthcare field? Then Keystone Quality Transport is looking for you. Keystone Quality Transport, the region's premier non-emergency medical transportation company, offers a full scholarship into a comprehensive emergency medical technician certification program. Would you like to obtain a National Registry Emergency Medical Technician certification and earn $20 per hour to start? Send an email to hr@kqthealth.com. Start your rewarding healthcare career today.
This is Keith Jackson reminding you you're listening to high school football right here on havenfootball.net.
Now, 4th down upcoming. 4th and 5, and Kitchen will punt it away again. High, end over end kick this time. Takes a Strath Haven roll inside the 15, inside the down near the 10-yard line. So the Panthers get what they want, tilting the field there with a 36-yard punt. Again, no return. Kitchen, phenomenal punting the football again this week. But now the defense needs to do their part. Springfield's had it twice in this 3rd quarter. Both times finished their drives in the end zone. Now their heels near their own end zone. They'll start at their own 10-yard line with 17 seconds to play here in this 3rd quarter. All right. See what Springfield drums up here as the Panther defense needs a big play. They've been oh so close to forcing a couple of turnovers tonight. Springfield with a couple of fortunate bounces here and there, but they've made their own breaks for the most part. Whitaker wants it all, but now under heavy pressure. He's going to step up, and he's dropped back at the 5-yard line. Cole Miller buries him back at the 5 or the 6. Loss of 4 on the play. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. They will switch ends of the field, and Springfield wanted to take a deep shot, and the Panther front 4 says no. Well done there, Panther D. See what they can do as they start the fourth quarter when we come back. You're listening to High School Football right here on havenfootball.net.
Have nagging soft tissue injury, chronic joint pain? Give Rose Tree Wellness Center a call and see Dr. Tom O'Brien for a complete diagnosis and treatment. Dr. O'Brien specializes in active release techniques, ART. ART can deal with many issues, including chronic shoulder, knee, and ankle pain. Rose Tree Wellness Center also offers a complete series of massage therapy as well as general chiropractic care. Don't spend another day in pain. Call 610-789-5555 and make an appointment today.
This is Merrill Reese, voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, where high school football never sounded so good, right here at havenfootball.net.
Welcome back to Springfield High School. Fourth quarter ready to get started. Brian Carroll bringing play-by-play. Mike Mayer, Andrew Kaufman, and Pete Fulgenetti joining us as always. Mike Clancy working the camera upstairs, and Jason Sutherland downstairs. Got a good one. One-score game here. Strath Haven trailing 15-7, but have the Cougars backed up now. 2nd down and 14 from their own 6-yard line. Ryan Whitaker under center here with receivers split. Tailback with his toes on the goal line is Mike Turner. Fullback Nate Romano, the junior. They give it to Turner. Second man through off the left side and running room, and too much room if you're a Panther fan. A.J. Glavichik steps up and makes the stop with help from Makai Clark. But Turner all the way out to the 15-yard line. Suddenly turns it into 3rd and a very manageable 5. Gain of 9 on the play, and more than the Panthers wanted to give, for sure.
No doubt about it. This gives it, it's definitely not 4-down territory. They're going to punt if they can't make it here, but the Panthers really have to hold and get this ball kicked back to them.
86 yards rushing for Turner. 51 of it came on the touchdown run that put Springfield on the board early in this third quarter. Here, early fourth on 3rd and 5. It's Turner one more time right up the gut, and he has himself another first down out to the 26, maybe 27-yard line. 11 for Turner, and the middle of that defense for the Panthers has had some trouble here in the second half.
Yeah, they found a blocking technique that's working, and just Haven's got nothing to call for. Linebackers can't get in there. They can't stuff the holes. It's a problem.
Well, for a new set of downs and a lot more breathing room outside the 25. At the 26-yard line, first down give is to Turner. Off the left side, and Marco Kaufman catches him this time, shoves him out of bounds after a gain of still maybe 3 or 4. They put it out on the 30-yard line.
Yeah, right now,
2nd and 6.
Springfield just needs to play keep away. They just want to run out the clock, take as long as they can. There's 11:21 left in the game, and they just want to keep this possession as long as they possibly can. And Haven has to make the stop. They have to do it quickly. It's a one-score game, but only if everything goes right for Haven and they make the 2-point conversion. 2nd down and 6 from the 30. Valerio, and the ball on the ground. Let's see, I think the Panthers have it. That might be the play, Mike. Valerio is hit. The Panthers think they have it, and they do. That's Sean Henry. There you go.
Ryan Henry on the recovery. Ryan Henry into the game at linebacker. He recovers. Valerio, I think, banged into his own man there at the line of scrimmage. Ball popped out, and there's the first turnover of the night for Springfield. And now the Panthers in business at the 30-yard line, trailing by 8. Still, 30 yards has not been easy to come by tonight.
Nope.
Glavichik checks out. Panthers go with 2 tight ends here. Alexi Gustafson checks in as tight end to the right, Miller to the left. On 1st and 10 from the 30. Gives to Mekhi Clark off the left side, and he picks up 6 on his first carry in a little while. Ridden down by number 79, Jalen Price. Tate.
Was that 79 or 78?
79 got him that time. But,
both of them have been
6.
all over the field.
Yep. Gain of 6 there for Mekhi Clark. On his 4th carry of the evening. That's his best run of the night. And the Panthers 2nd down and 4 from the 24. Kitchen under center. 10 in the box for Springfield. Off the left side again. They found room, and it's Kaufman driving the pile. Yeah, down to the 11-yard line. Panthers with first down just outside the 10. Gain of 13 more for Kaufman, who's running well.
Well, Haven did exactly what they had to do in defense, get the ball back and then start moving. And now the offense is coming alive again. So here we go. This is good. And there'll be plenty of time for either team to score after this is done, assuming they get it in the end zone.
Marco Kaufman, wing to the right. 1st and 10 from the 11, and the Panthers jump. Goodness gracious, the false starts
Movement in
again.
the backfield.
They flinch, and boy, oh boy, they've just made so many silly mistakes tonight. Some pre-snap penalties. And, you've got some big momentum, and now suddenly back at the 16 feels a little different. All right, here we go. Kitchen looking for room. Mekhi Clark is on the sideline. I think they want him in the game, but yeah, he's going to have to come in. All right. Kaufman out, Clark in. Play clock's got to be getting a little short here.
Better hurry up.
Kitchen breaks the huddle with 9:55 and counting to play here in regulation. Panthers trailing by 8, 1st and 15 from the 16-yard line, and the give in the backfield. This is Mekhi Clark. Gets a block from Jeremiah down the near sideline, and Clark inside the 10-yard line down to the 8. Give him 7 more as Clark gets the penalty yardage back and then some.
Bumped out by Dean Brown.
Dean Brown, again, defensive tackle, running well sideline to sideline. Panthers have found something off that left side a little bit, following Big Billy Brown. Tight end to the left now is Alexi Gustafson. 2nd and 7 from the Springfield 8. They shift. Wing to the left is Fisher. Clark again, left side, still has some room, going to lower the shoulder, and he's going to be down to the 5. Boy, there's a big hole to that right side. Not sure if Mekhi saw it. Boy, a little cut back to the right. All sorts of green over there, but he'll take 3 right there and bring up 3rd down and about 5. I mean, needless to say, 4 down territory here. Need 4 yards.
Yep, and to get a first down here would be tremendous. To get into the end zone would be more tremendous.
Jake Kitchen brings in the play, nose of the football on the Cougar 5-yard line. Panthers 4 yards shy of a first down. 5 yards shy of a chance to tie it. Mekhi Clark off the left side again. Into the end zone he goes, the senior, following Jackson Jeremiah, has given the chance to tie it. Panthers trailing by 2, now need a 2-point play. Well, honest to God, I'd run the same play. They have run that play, that sweep off the left side. Mekhi is going to check out. Kaufman back in. And boy, they've found some room off that left side all of a sudden. Panthers trailing by 2. And now
what are they going to do?
Need to knot this at 15. Of course, you're going for 2 here.
Ooh.
They'll snap it from the 3-yard line, trying to cash in on the turnover. T formation. Timeout, Springfield. They'll want to talk it over with 8:58 to play in the 4th. Well, let's catch our breath here, folks, and be back in 30 seconds. What do you think? Strath Haven,
let's come back.
Trailing by 2. They have a 2-point conversion coming up when we return on havenfootball.net.
Or buying a home is serious business, and for serious business the key to your success is to work with an experienced agent. Sandy McCulley has over 20 years of real estate experience and is a seller representative specialist as well as a certified residential specialist. Sandy specializes in Delaware County real estate. Sandy conveniently works out of the Media Berkshire Hathaway Home Marketing Center in Media. Let Sandy's experience be your advantage in today's multifaceted real estate market. Give Sandy a call at 610-368-6641.
This is Merrill Reese, voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, and you're listening to high school football right here on havenfootball.net.
Welcome back to Springfield High School. Springfield 15, Strath Haven 13. But the Panthers line up for a 2-point conversion and a chance to tie, trying to get this thing knotted after Ryan Henry recovered a fumble at the 30-yard line a few plays ago. Here we go. Kaufman wing to the right. He comes in motion. Play fake. Kitchen looking. Eyes downfield. It's going to float it up there. It is caught by Shane Green, and they're going to say he was out of bounds. Oh, boy. Right along the sideline. Green made the catch on a little flip shovel pass from Kitchen. His toe must have touched the sideline. Out of bounds it goes. Springfield holds a 2-point lead. Still plenty of time to go with 8:58 left. Well, we'll keep it right here, Mike.
Okay.
You want to talk a little bit? I'll put the tweet out there and figure it out.
I think the issue is going to be, you went for 2 there, and now you basically force yourself to get another score. Of course, eventually, if you're playing into a tie game, you're forced to get a score. I think Haven now really has to do a gut check for their defense. They have to find a way to get a fairly fast. It doesn't have to be 3 and out, but a couple of first downs, and that's about it. You can't do much more than that if you're going to make this thing work. And you can't count on turnovers against Springfield to set yourself up for scores, and that's really what this was. So Haven still hasn't made a sustained drive in the second half. Springfield's made 2 of them. One was a really long run, obviously, from scrimmage in their first score. But at the end of the day, that's what it's going to come down to, and Haven's got to make sure that the possession for Springfield here is going to be no more than 2 series.
All right, Panthers, a 30-yard scoring drive capped by Mackay Clark's 4-yard touchdown run off the left side, but the 2-point try inches out of bounds and no good. All right, so Panthers getting this teed up at the near hash mark with the junior Ian Gallagher. Garnet Valley has come back to tie Ridley at 21 in the third quarter down in Folsom. Here, not quite tied. Springfield up by 2 and about to get the football back. Here we go. Kick from Gallagher. High, short pooch kick. It's going to come to Springfield at the 45-yard line. No fair catch made, but again, risky not taking the fair catch, but good job securing it for Springfield at the 44-yard line. And the Cougars in good shape here with a 2-point lead and the football. And now, hey, can you string a couple first downs together if you're the Cougars?
Well, the Cougars just got to look at ball possession. Right now they got 9 minutes to play, and their whole thing is let's hold on to the ball as long as we possibly can. And, of course, the opposite is for the Panthers. They got to make this thing no more than a first down and turnover, or first down and a punt.
All right. I think they have to adjust the chains over on that far sideline. Yeah, there they go. All right, nose of the football on their own 44. Springfield ready to go here, 1st and 10. Wing to the left. They give to the tailback Turner. He's had a big night. He's over 100 yards, and this time picks up maybe 2 or 3 more out to about the 47. 2nd down and 7 upcoming. Kaufman over there on the tackle yet again. Panthers need a big stop. Clock stopped as well, 8:49. That's not what Springfield wants.
Right. Again, as my defensive coach used to tell me, 3-3-3 and punt. That's what defense is looking at.
2nd and 7, right up the middle for a couple more. This time, James Fisher steps up, makes the stop as Turner tumbles across the midfield stripe to the Haven 49. 3rd down and about 3.
Yeah, too much.
Yep.
Now you got to make a real hard stop right here. It's got to almost be a no gain. If you're Springfield, I would think that if you're within a yard, you might go for it because Haven's got half the field to go. But you got to keep them to a 1 yard or less stop here, I think, if you want them to punt.
Chris Dolan at the bottom of your screen, split to the right. Cole is your wing to the right. Turner right up the middle again, and boy, they've had their way with that play this second half. In on the stop in the secondary, Clark and Henry, but boy, oh boy, not what they wanted.
At this stage of the game, you're looking for a stop, but again, you're looking for a turnover. But you had one turnover. It's fairly unreasonable to base your game plan on a turnover. At this stage of the game, you got to find a way to stop these guys.
11 more for Turner. He's still your tailback here. Same formation for Springfield. Hard count. Panthers jump again. Goodness gracious.
Oh boy,
the penalties are Coach Clancy is just going to be beside himself in the days ahead on the practice field over this stuff. But in the meantime, 1st and 5 now for Springfield and a whole new set of options play call wise. But I don't know, I'd get too creative here. If you're Springfield,
just go for the first down.
Keep pounding it up the middle.
Yep.
Give is to Romano, and pound up the middle he does. Pushed his way inside the 30, near first down yardage. We'll see. And, yep, that'll move the chains. Second, yep. Moving the chains. 5 more for Romano. Panthers have done a nice job, knock on wood, taking away the running game. Well, a fullback dive, certainly, but in the meantime,
they're giving up too many yards play to play.
Yeah, and Romano still has gotten his. That touchdown is the difference in the game right now in the receiving game. Here, 1st and 10 from the 27. Gives the tailback. Turner bounces out to the right. Has some running room, and nice job getting off his block and making the tackle by Ben Milligan at about the 18. But he's near first down yardage again. Let's see. They're going to move the chains. I mean, the stick looks like it's right on the ground.
Marking him at the 19.
Okay. The stick
second and a yard.
Or less than a yard, I guess. All right, give him 9. Turner unofficially at 128 yards rushing. And a touchdown. 51 of it right out of the halftime locker room that turned the tide here for Springfield. 2nd and a yard. Play fake. Looking to the flat is Whitaker. Has a man out there. Incomplete. Juggled by Romano. And nearly juggled that almost into trouble. That almost hit his backside with Fisher lurking.
I don't understand.
That reach behind his back. If he got more on that ball, James Fisher's going the other way and has nothing but green grass in front of him.
It's a low-rest play relative. It's now 3rd and 1, so you should be able to make that. We got a timeout on the field? Yes, we do.
Vince Hales is on the ground, so not a good sign there. Yeah. The Panthers.
Injury
timeout.
But what I was going to say, I don't understand that call. 3rd and 1. I mean, you want to run it. You want to do something a little fun. I wouldn't throw it. It could be an unmitigated disaster with that situation, and of course
it nearly was.
And it's an incomplete pass, which stops the clock. I mean, those are all the things, if I'm Springfield, I don't want to do. I just want to get the first down, and get into the end zone.
Garnet Valley has just taken the lead on Ridley. They trailed 21-7. Extra point pending. They're about to go up 28-7. And the kick is blocked. No good. So 27-21, Garnet Valley on top. And we've seen that before where Ridley jumps out to a lead down on their field and Garnet Valley makes some halftime adjustments and swings it the other way. It looks like it's going that way so far. Here, Panthers need something to swing it their way. 3rd and a yard. Whitaker under center. Turner is your tailback. Fullback Romano pushes his way to first down yardage. Still on his feet, carrying tacklers. And boy, he just wants it a little more right now. Down to the 11-yard line. Give Romano 8 yards and a Springfield first down.
And he should have had a yard or 2 on that one.
Well, Romano's not going to light up the stat sheet tonight, but he has made
won the game.
Big plays on 3rd down and 4th down and short. Had the touchdown catch in the flat, and
two-point conversion.
2-point conversion is the difference right now, 15-13. But Springfield wants some more now. 5:50 to go here in regulation. Fresh set of downs for the Cougars at the near hash. Gives the tailback. This is Turner and Fisher there to meet him in the backfield, and ripping at the football is Faribault. Good idea, but give maybe a yard to Turner that time as the Panthers stack him up nicely. All right. Vince Hale's getting some attention on the sideline. Panthers sub in Alexi Gustafson on that front line alongside of Billy Brown. 2nd and 9 for the Cougars. Clock continuing to melt. Whitaker takes his time, jogs in the play. Springfield will look to take as much time as they can snapping this football. Certainly want points, but if you can score slowly,
yep,
that's the way to do it. All right, and now they are about to run out of time and will need to burn a timeout. So Chris Britton and the Cougar offense will talk things over. That's their 2nd timeout of this half. And with 4:59 to go here in regulation, we'll take a short timeout with them. 30 seconds. We'll be back in just a moment. Strath Haven trailing by 2. We're trying to hold down the fort on havenfootball.net.
Do you have slow-running drains? Are you thinking about selling your home or property? If so, go to scarpagnatoplumbing.com and schedule a technician. They are the area's only small plumbing company to offer in-house trenchless sewer and water main repairs. They also offer sewer lateral certifications for the surrounding communities. From faucets to water heaters, they can handle all your plumbing needs. Give them a call at 484-832-5566.
This is Keith Jackson reminding you you're listening to high school football right here on havenfootball.com.
Welcome back to Springfield High School. Springfield leading Strath Haven 15-13 with 4:59 to go in the 4th. Strath Haven defense trying to get a stop here. 2nd down and 9 for the Cougars at the 10-yard line. Springfield going in, trying to figure it out. Oh, they go shotgun. Now they shift. All right, back to that eye. No, they go Wildcats. Direct snap here to Turner. This went for a 1st down earlier. He's got positive yardage. And the ball came. Oh, did it come out? The Panthers think they have it. And they're going to say, nope, down first. Cole Miller came out of the pile with the football. And, boy, that would have been a turn of events. Instead,
that would have been a turn of events for sure.
Man, the Cougars have had 2 of those plays, 2 or 3 fumbles tonight that have either been forced by the ground or been oh so close to in Strath Haven hands. Instead, they keep the football at the 6 or 7-yard line from the 6. 3rd and 5, clock continues to tick. The band below us making a little noise, trying to fire up this defense. And here we go. From the 6-yard line, Cougars split the wide receivers this time. Whitaker under center, wants to throw it, pump fake, fires the out pattern, incomplete. Incomplete, it falls, fake the in, and then Friel breaks to the outside with Makai Clark in coverage, but pass falls to the turf, stopping the clock with 3:57 to go.
I don't understand this. I mean, you have the Panthers right where you want them. Now you got a 4th down. You have potential for a 1st down, but you could turn the ball over. But you stop the clock when you threw the ball. I guess if they had scored.
Stopping after this play if you don't score.
On the other hand, if he had scored the touchdown.
All right, here we go. 4th and 6 from the 7. They eschew the field goal try. It'd be a 23-yard field goal from here. Instead, they spread the field, go 4 wide. Turner in the backfield on the hip of Whitaker. On 4th and 6, Panthers need one more stop. Fire to the end zone. It is incomplete, broken up. Beautiful job by Makai Clark to swat it away. And the Panthers hold once again inside the 20. And now, can they go 90 yards in 3 minutes?
Oh, boy. Well, let's start worrying about the 1st downs, first of all.
It's a big, big ask for the offense. But they'll start it at their own 6-yard line with a chance for something epic.
94 yards to go.
Well, let's see what they can drum up here from the 6-yard line. Panthers seem to find a little traction off the left side of that line on the last drive that finished in the end zone. Here, A.J. Glavichuk split to the right, wing to the right is Makai Clark. On 1st down, back to pass Kitchen, looks, wants it all, deep down the sideline, has Glavichuk out there, who's got it? What a catch by Glavichuk, out across the 40-yard line to the 42. He gets up hobbling, and that's not a good sign at all. Glavicek, your free safety, just made a tremendous catch at wide receiver there. Take the deep shot with the all-state sprinter. But a gain of 36 has the Panthers with some breathing room, and now you hold your breath that this isn't anything too serious for AJ. What a throw by Kitchen. My goodness, he has been on the money. You know, even the incompletions this week and last.
Beautiful throws.
Yep. Just replayed both of them. It was something else.
Glavicek, 44 yards receiving tonight on 2 catches. Those are the only 2 completions of the game. He's going to hobble off here, and we hold our breath and hope this isn't anything serious. Putting a little more weight on it as he comes off the field. So good sign there, and the Panthers now at their own 42-yard line with 2 timeouts in their pocket. 3:44 to go here in regulation, and new life for the silver and black. Wing to the right is Clark. Counter crisscross. This is Clark looking for running room, and he gets across the 45 to the 47. Give him 5, and Panthers still with a chance to improve that play for sure. But they'll take 5 where they can get it at this point. 34 yards rushing for Mackay, and the Panthers' second touchdown. Out to the 47 now. Strath Haven trying to piece something together here with 3:15 and counting to play in the fourth. 2nd and 5, it's Clark. Sweep to this near side, juggled the handoff, and now is going to run into trouble. Still made a man miss, and lunges out near the 50. That was a near disaster as that handoff almost ended up on the turf, well into the backfield. But the nose of the football now sitting at the 50, brings up 3rd and 2. Well, you count on your seniors sometimes, and Marco Kaufman and Mackay Clark have been a spark in this backfield in the fourth quarter here for the Panthers. Fisher and Green in the backfield. 2 tight ends. Kitchen on the keeper is going to drive the pile. Wow, how's that for senior leadership? That'll move the chains, stop the clock while they do. Down to the 43-yard line, 7 yards for Kitchen on the keeper.
Yeah, Pete just mentioned, is this going to come down to a field goal?
Well, we've seen that before. Go back to 2021. And here you're going to get an official's timeout?
Really?
What do we have? Oh, an injury. All right. Injured Panther here. Not sure who this is. Is this Clark? All right, Mackay Clark is on the ground, so you got an official's timeout.
Cramping.
Trainers are working on him. Glavicek still getting some attention on the near side. Vince Hales was hobbled earlier. Hales has not been in the offensive backfield at all tonight. But let's see where this takes us. All right, Ridley still trailing Garnet Valley, 27-21 as they're getting ready to start the fourth quarter there. Here, 2:24 to play in regulation here. Strath Haven trailing by 2, 15-13 from the Cougar 43-yard line. 2 tight ends, wing to the right is Marco Kaufman. This is James Fisher, running room into the secondary, stepping away from 1 man, 2 men, and across the 30 to the 28. Oh, James Fisher takes 14 and a first down.
All right, here we go.
Well, we just talked about the seniors, so sure enough, there's a junior picking his way off that right side, and he's got himself first down yardage. Haven on the move inside of 2 minutes to play now from the 29. Kitchen, give is to Kaufman off the left side. He's driving the pile into the secondary. Kaufman explodes, and he'll finish in the end zone. No flags, and the Panthers retake the lead with 1:46 to go.
Holy Toledo.
Ground and pound. After A.J. Glavicek's 36-yard reception gave him breathing room, the Panthers answer with a drive that started at their own 6-yard line. Marco Kaufman takes it in for his second touchdown of the year. Now the Panthers leading by 4, need a 2-point conversion to make this a 6-point game. 19-15, extra point pending. T formation behind Kitchen. 11 in the box for Springfield, and now you're going to get a flag. And do you have false start? False start, Strath Haven. Goodness gracious. Well, they are making it hard on themselves tonight, aren't they?
Yep.
And that's not to take anything away from Springfield. They have played hard and tough.
No,
but the Panthers with some self-inflicted
This was a
wounds.
matter of breakouts.
Yeah.
I mean, it was what could you find that can get this thing moving.
Marco Kaufman with his longest run of the season there. Takes it in from the 29. Now the Panthers need an 8-yard play. Something that'll get them 8 yards and a 6-point lead. 2-point try now from the 8. This is Shane Green. He's going to push his way on the trap, and he'll be shy of the first of the 2-point try. Conversion no good, but the Panthers lead it 19-15, and now, folks, fasten your seatbelts. We'll be back in 30 seconds. See if the Panthers can get one more defensive stop when we come back on havenfootball.net.
The Swarthmorean Weekly newspaper has partnered up with havenfootball.net. The Swarthmorean was established in 1893 and is a true community newspaper and covers the Wallingford Swarthmore School District as well as events in Swarthmore, Wallingford, and surrounding communities. Get your copy every Friday at 320 Market or Swarthmore Co-op or call 610-543-0900 for a mailed subscription. For all the local news, read the Swarthmorean every week.
Hey fans, this is Todd Lights, public address announcer for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and you are listening to high school football right here at Haven Football.
Welcome back to Springfield High School. Strath Haven 19, Springfield 15 with 1:46 to go in regulation. Cougars about to get the football back with one timeout in their pockets. Instant classic here, folks, no matter what happens for the next minute and change. I apologize for not getting the Twitter out there. It's going too fast. But here we go. Panthers ready to kick it away. High end-over-end kick. This will back Valerio back up to his 6-yard line. This is the sophomore Luke Valerio looking for room off the left side. He's going to be run down and slung down by Mulhern, who makes the stop at the 30-yard line. And now Springfield needs a 70-yard drive to try to win the game. Anything short of a 70-yard drive, Panther fans are going home happy.
99 seconds to go, 70 yards, one timeout for Springfield.
Hey.
That's the one benefit Strath Haven has right now, that Springfield only has the one timeout in their pocket.
Jack Schuster into the game at corner. Ben Milligan shifts to free safety with A.J. Glavichuk on the sideline. Shotgun look, motion man, they fake, and rolling to his right is Whitaker. Looking, he wants it downfield, throw, and it is leaping catch by Dolan across midfield. Milligan in coverage, but Dolan goes high and pulls it in at the Panther 46. 133, clock stops while they reset the chains, and Springfield ready to go. Whitaker back, and now you're going to get a whistle, and you're going to get false start here. All right, false start against Springfield to back him up to 1st and 15. But what a delivery from Whitaker. That's a fantastic pass. What a beautiful throw from Whitaker, a gain of 23 to Dolan.
And he was covered. I mean, that was a great reception.
Chris Dolan's second catch of the night. Climbed the ladder. And now Springfield back on their side of the 50. Clock ticks, 124, 123. At their own 48-yard line, Strath Haven trying to hang on for dear life. Milligan at safety now. Corners are Jack Schuster and Mackay Clark at the bottom of your screen. Dolan split to the right by himself, trips to the left, and Whitaker's back. Looking, play fake, pump fake rather. Byron deep, has a man out there, incomplete. Good coverage from Mackay Clark. He was a step ahead of Dolan that time with Milligan closing. Clark comes up a little hobbled as well. Panthers, do they have enough gas left in the tank to hold on here? Garnet Valley has just taken a lead, 35-21 on Ridley. So after falling behind 21-7, Garnet has roared back. Panthers trying to do the same here. They trailed 15-7 for much of this second half. Now lead at 19-15 with 59 ticks left. Mackay Clark hobbles off. Free safety into the game now. is Jake Kitchen, and now you're going to get a defensive timeout. The Panthers have to talk things over. Yeah, the clock's already stopped. You have to get your personnel right. Clark is trying to get stretched out on the near sideline. Jake Kitchen just went into the game at free safety and shifted Milligan back to corner, and I could hear the coaching staff from here screaming for a timeout.
Yep.
And we'll keep it right here. And, yeah, guys, keep talking. I'm going to try to get us caught up on Twitter here.
All right. Well, we all thought it was going to be a tight game, and it certainly has held to that. It is obviously going to be a last-second situation. Nobody deserves to lose this game. Both teams came into this thing hunting for bear, and they've both lived up to their expectations. Springfield's played some great quarters of football. They took the lead for a long period of time. Haven is now left with the lead with less than a minute left in the game. Springfield's in some desperation, but they are one big play away from pulling ahead. It's only a 4-point lead. Obviously, a field goal won't cut it. They're going to have to get it into the end zone.
59 seconds to play here in the fourth. From the 48-yard line, Springfield 2nd and 15 at their own 48. Receivers bunched, 2 to either side. They send Cole in motion, and now you're going to get a flag on the play. They throw a double pass deep down the field. It's floating up there, leaping, and nearly intercepted. Knocked down by Ben Milligan, but a good job by number 4, Friel, to knock it away from Milligan. You're going to get an illegal procedure, I believe, against Springfield here. Illegal procedure. And I think that'll back them up. The Panthers will accept the penalty for sure. Milligan nearly put this game on ice. Cougars with just one timeout left, a little razzle-dazzle there, but nice job by the Panther secondary. Staying home and taking away the deep ball. All right, so 52 seconds left. Cougars going backwards. Turns into 2nd down and 20. They'll back them up. So you'd have been looking at 3rd and 15. Instead, they go 2nd and 20 as they accept the penalty. Makai Clark trying to catch his breath here on the near sideline. He's battling something with his lower body, as I think most of the kids are at this point. Vince Hale's back into the game. Can he get a big pass rush, perhaps? 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right for Ryan Whitaker, who's in the gun. Back, looking left, firing to the outside. Has a man out there, incomplete. Throw went outside, receiver went inside. Jack Schuster in coverage. And we're now at 3rd and 20 with 47 seconds left.
Well, now the down situation is becoming critical.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely critical. 2 more shots at it for Springfield to pick up 20 yards. And look, most of their offense tonight has been on the ground.
Right.
I mean, they've done most of their damage with the tailback out of an I formation.
See, I think they went to the pass too quickly. I would have stayed on the ground and see if you can eat up, 10, 20, 30 worth of yards, and then start throwing it when you run out of time. But Delkers, they only had one timeout left.
Yep. All right, 4 wide receivers, 2 to either side for Whitaker. On 3rd and 20, he's back. Has time, steps up, firing down the seam, has a man out there, and it is knocked away again by Ben Milligan. Milligan had 2 hands on it, swats it down at the 30, and now we're at 4th and 20. Ben Milligan with 2 big plays here in this series, and the Panthers now need 1 more. Can that front 4 get free one time here? Can they dial up some kind of a stunt or something that gets a little bit of a pass rush on Whitaker, who has some big, tall receivers out there? Dolan, a really big target. The junior has had a couple of good catches tonight, and he's set up here at the bottom of your screen. Trips left, single to the near side is Dolan. Panthers call timeout, and they're going to talk it over one more time. Final timeout burned here by Strath Haven, and we'll keep it right here. And, again, try to catch our breath.
Well, it's been advertised. And, all this, as we read it during the halftime show, can be yours for $5 admission. I mean, how's it getting better than that other than watching it free on the internet? But it's been a beautiful night for football, so you really should have been out here. And, of course, this has been a great game. And, Gary, too bad you missed this one. It's been terrific. Hope you've been watching and staying on top of things with us, because it's been a heck of a game so far.
Springfield at their own 43-yard line. 0:42 remaining on the 4th quarter clock. Springfield with just 1 timeout remaining. Cougars need to convert, or the Panthers will be in a spot to just take a knee. All right, they need the Strath Haven 37-yard line to move the sticks. Strath Haven leading by 4 points, hanging on for dear life here. 4 wide receivers. Vinny Valerio and Dolan at the bottom of your screen. I would guess they're looking that way. Back is Whitaker. He wants it all deep down the middle. On the post pattern. Swatted away again. Ben Milligan one more time. Swats it away, and the Panthers will line it up for one more snap in victory formation. What an incredible second half of football by both teams. And Strath Haven now takes over first down at the Springfield 43 with 36 ticks left. The Cougars have just one timeout. I don't know that they'll use it. Well,
this game never fails to disappoint us.
It's the Springfield Strath Haven game year after year has just been so much fun, especially in the last, for many, many years, going up back to 2010. But here we go. Kitchen under center, takes a snap, takes a knee, starts the clock, and Springfield will not stop it. That, folks, will do it. 28 seconds, 27 seconds, and Strath Haven moves to 2-0 with, we said, right at the point where they took over at the 6-yard line after Mekhi Clark's deflection in the end zone. They need something epic. And how about a 94-yard scoring drive? Is that epic enough? And then a defensive stand to go to 2-0 and knock off Springfield yet again. Final score, Strath Haven 19, Springfield 15 in an instant classic. Be back in just a moment to wrap things up on havenfootball.net.
Welcome to Allstate, where everyone saves when they bundle their home and auto insurance. Isn't that right, Frank?
I saved 25%. Booyah.
You protected your casa?
Sure did.
And the Frank tank?
You know it.
And now you're relaxing.
I'm working from home.
Sure you are. Save up to 25% when you bundle home and auto with Allstate.
Your local Allstate agent is Steve Taub in media. Give him a call at 610-566-3500.
This is Keith Jackson. You're listening to High School Football right here on Haven Football.
Welcome back to Springfield High School. 2 years ago, we were here to see Strath Haven walk it off with a field goal on the final play to win by 3. Tonight, they go big and win by 4.
Yeah,
but
right.
My goodness, what an incredible finish. Strath Haven led 7-0 at halftime. Springfield roared through the third quarter, taking a 15-7 lead for most of the fourth. And the Panthers, with a big turnover recovered by Ryan Henry that went to the end zone, finished in the end zone by Mekhi Clark. And then a defensive stand again inside the 10. Mekhi Clark swatting away a pass at the goal line, setting up a 94-yard scoring drive. Heroes galore on that one. A.J. Glavicek with a tremendous catch on first down to put him near midfield. A terrific run from Mekhi Clark. Another one from James Fisher to get it inside the 30. Then Marco Kaufman breaks off a 29-yard run to give the Panthers the lead and eventually the ball game. What you're seeing right now is our favorite part of the game. Strath Haven players come over and sing the alma mater with the band. And, boy, it sounds better when you go home with a victory, doesn't it, Mike?
No doubt about it. This was everything we thought it might be. And, it doesn't get much more exciting than this.
Just incredible finish. Defense was phenomenal. Hats off to Chris Britton and the Springfield staff. They put out a terrific effort, a terrific football game. And look, that Springfield team's still going to win a whole lot of games here. They are not out of it by any stretch.
No, and we could very well face them in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
So.
And honestly, it would not shock me at all to see them run the table at the rest of the Central League schedule, frankly. So let's see how that all shakes out. But the Panthers will enjoy this one and then be back at home next week against Ridley, who all of a sudden now trails Garnet Valley by 2 scores, 35-21. Garnet trailed 35-7, and I'm sorry, they trailed 21-7, and now have run off 28 unanswered points. Clearly some halftime adjustments made, which has been a hallmark of that Garnet staff.
Right.
And Ridley in big trouble now midway through the fourth quarter, trailing by 2 scores. So Strath Haven, Ridley next week. Springfield next week has another tough one. They who's next? I'm sorry, I had that. Oh, Conestoga. They've got Conestoga, then at Marple in the next 2 weeks. So it doesn't get much easier for Coach Britton and the Cougars. But again, thanks to Glenn Mallon for getting us set up. Thanks again to our camera guys. Mike Clancy, phenomenal work tonight up top, and Jason Sutherland's down on the sideline with the second camera.
Got us some great shots.
A lot of fun. And, of course, again, Jason's waving to us to say, am I done here?
Yeah, he just turned off his camera, so he's done.
All right, but in the meantime, Andrew Kaufman's great job with the stats and helping with the engineering as always. Check out the stat page in the days ahead. Pete Fulgenetti, great to have him up here chatting and spotting as always, and Mike Mayer doing literally everything else on havenfootball.net. Thanks again, Mike. Phenomenal job tonight.
You're welcome. It was my pleasure.
All of our pleasure if you're a Panther fan. 19-15, Strath Haven. A tremendous football game. Shame to see either team come out on the wrong side of it. But again, what a wonderful job of perseverance from the Panthers, coming back from a 15-7 deficit with 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter to pull away and get their second win of the season. All right, we will wrap it up from here. Final score one more time: Strath Haven 19, Springfield 15. We'll see you next week, 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff at George L. King Field with Ridley. Brian Carroll signing off, everybody. Good night, everyone, and great football.
This video and audio broadcast is copyrighted by havenfootball.net Incorporated for the private use of our audience. Any other use of these broadcasts or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without a havenfootball.net Incorporated's expressed written permission is prohibited.
This is Merrill Reese, voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, and you're listening to high school football right here on havenfootball.net.
This internet broadcast has been a production of havenfootball.net Incorporated. All rights are reserved. Thanks for watching and good night.